was
the
fun.
demo game y'all played last time?
Oh, it was precious. You
It
should definitely check
was.
out the stream if you got a chance. It's a shorter stream because the demo was very short. We played through it, I think, twice,
Okay.
just about.
Yeah.
But it was super cute, nice and
Oh,
relaxing.
Okay.
Went fishing.
I wish it were longer though.
Let me put that.
I
Yeah.
honestly wish it were longer.
It is a demo.
Yeah, I know.
And it's very well polished for a demo.
Okay.
Yeah, most of the time demos end up being just kind of like just like have some glitches or unintended circumstances, but no, we didn't encounter no glitch whatsoever. For the lack of trying, that is.
We did try to glitch out of the invisible walls.
How that worked?
It didn't. Those were some solid invisible walls. We tried to
Yeah.
Skyrim our way through it, you know, where you like press a plate up against a door and phase through
Yeah.
it. But we had a fishbowl instead. But we couldn't hold it up against the invisible wall.
Why fast travel when you can sky travel?
Exactly.
I kid you not, I didn't even mean to do this, but one time I was playing Skyrim, and that's how every good story starts.
Of course.
One time I was playing Skyrim, and I didn't even mean to do this, but one time I just like dragged a sword to a nearby door, and as soon as that blade touched the door, I glitched out from the door and went flying all the way to Windhelm.
Nice.
I love it when you just shoot across the map at random intervals.
The funny
Jade.
thing is, I think a frost dragon like loaded in on my travel, so he just saw this dragon pop in and out of existence.
That kind of sounds like our D&D games. Like things just pop in and out of nowhere.
Still having troubles, Jade?
Yeah, she's trying to fix it.
Hey, Demonic, how's it going? Hope you have a fantastic day, bud.
Hello, demonic. Yep.
Yeah.
Yum 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 yum.
Na 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 na.
No, 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 no.
Batman. Batman.
This is your bone. Why did you give it to me? That's for you.
That's a gift.
I do not want it.
Take your time, Jade.
Yeah.
Wait, I heard your voice.
There was a
It
voice.
may
I
not
heard
have
the
been your
mic.
voice.
It would not be a Clyde stream without some scuffness to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bones are good gifts, Demonic says.
They are indeed.
They
Bones
are.
are indeed a good gift. Bones are a variety of a good gift. You can give it to your
Absolutely.
dog, your cat, your next door neighbor. And it's free too. All you have to do is dig up a graveyard.
Yeah, then have the ghost haunt you for the rest of your life.
And that's just a side effect.
Yeah, just a little bit of a side effect.
Just teeny tiny.
It's like getting armor in an MMORPG that has good stats but a horrible appearance. You sacrifice stats for appearance.
No,
You
I'm the
sacrifice
opposite. I
stats.
sacrifice stats for appearance. If it's ridiculous, I don't care what stats it is. I'm going to wear it. Or have
I
Ghost as your
remember,
roommate.
Like, without mods for Fallout 4, you can get the best armor in the entire game by combining a bunch of stuff, but you'll look like a walking refrigerator.
Yeah. Hell, yes, there you
Oh,
are!
yay!
I had to unplug my. I don't know what's going on when I joined instead of hearing the connect thing. To my computer, but everything else is going. I'm really confused. Like not my computer, my head. So But I had to literally unplug my headphones and plug them back in order for them to start working again. I don't.
Ah, okay. Well, at least we're able to hear you now.
Yes.
All
Hold on, I
right.
gotta grab my kid. He's being super clingy right now. He's only happy when he's sitting in my lap. So.
Yeah, take your time.
Aw.
Yeah, we can give him a character sheet.
Play the role of
Give him a
Rosemary this
character
time.
sheet.
Yeah. And Demonic says,
Right.
"Ah, yes, a legendary walking refrigerator."
Yeah, no one in the wasteland's gonna mess with you then.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, no. If I remember correctly, the specific way to do it, if you do it, you're basically immune to almost every damage in the game.
And
But
what
you
fun
look
is
like
that,
a walking
though?
refrigerator. It's a combination of maxing out endurance to where you have adamantine skeleton, then you only play the railroad crest line to get ballistic armor improvement, which makes any kind of normal clothing the best armor in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Gather materials, collect ballistic armor. Then you're going to go and infiltrate the Institute, because that's the only place you can get the heavy synth armor, and not just the armor, the overlay armor that you put on normal clothes. You're going to want to get that, max that out, get specific buffs to that armor, and if you do everything correctly, you'll look like a walking refrigerator, but you'll have a 500 resistance to every damage type.
Noise.
Basically, you're a walking, talking fridge with an attitude.
Well, you know what? That's usually the best way to play a game, is to be a refrigerator. You'll never go hungry.
With a sassy attitude. Hey, you could
Right.
join the kid who's stuck in a fridge. God, that must have been torture. Imagine being stuck in a fridge for 200 years.
And then be
Like-
like, "Hello, world." Oh, wait a minute, my word's not here anymore.
Yeah, I mean, imagine being a kid forever, but also being stuck and conscious in a refrigerator for 200 years.
Oh yeah, you can get pretty lonely
I'm
pretty
gonna
fast.
post it in shit post, but I'm basically going to send you what you'll look like.
Ooh, yes.
It's just this channel.
If a nuke happens, always
Oh, it's
become
not
the
a question, it's called
refrigerator.
me. This is called the refrigerator build. Is what I like to call it.
The refrigerator boy build.
This is what you'll look like afterward. Kid you
Oh,
not.
the refrigerator
Oh my
wars.
gosh.
I might
Oh.
have to mute here and there depending. I was muted for a second because he was crying, but until Jesse gets back from the store, I'll have to mute whenever he starts fussing.
All right. Well then, I say let's go ahead and get started. Everyone, roll for recap.
Ah, crap. I did this in my last game, and Wolf got picked again.
Yeah, I always
Can
like
never
doing this.
escape from it.
Saves me from doing all the hard work.
Let's see.
Let's see, we got a 4, a 10.
4. Fuck. No, wait, 10. No,
15.
I'm safe.
If Wolf goes again.
Well, it's up to you, Roost.
Oh,
my
Ah.
God.
so
Tied.
both of you.
Rollies. Both of you roll again.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, please do
Yeah,
not
reroll.
let me do the session. I got a 7.
You
got 2.
know what? Get the.
That was a call.
You really doesn't want to do the recap.
All right.
I hope that was just comedic timing, and they'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Hopefully.
I really hope so.
All right. We'll wait for him to get back, and then he can do the recap.
Just drops and hopes that
It's-
Bruce will do it.
I'd offer to, but I was not here last time.
Yeah, I was, and I'm just too lazy. That's why I'm having you
I
guys do
think
the
it's
recap.
the funny thing that he has gotten the recap every single time.
You know what? Get the bad rolls out of the way, so that way he can have good rolls throughout this session. That's how I
Of
see it.
course. Oh.
Right. Yeah, we'll just wait for him to get back and do the recap, and then we can get started, because we've got plenty in store for you all here today. Yes. It's getting real quiet in here.
It did.
All right, Roos, would you go ahead and do the recap?
Oh, that was the second list, so why not?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Alright. Alright, so
Have you
what
guys
happened
DM
last
see if he's
time
okay?
is we started right back where we left off, and
Yeah, I'll message him.
we start off with our story with Roos being a wingman towards Adam and trying to find, was it an assistant? Something like that?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Was it his assistant or like his
You're talking about
It was. I thought her
Emerald.
name's Emerald.
Oh yeah, that was a retainer.
Retainer. My bad. I had the word on top of my head. I just couldn't think. But going to find Emerald so that way Adam could apologize to her. We ended up then finding her, and Adam paid Ruse to spare time before the tournament where we get to fight a monk, a jacked up dragonborn monk, and before we get to that, you will see why he is terrifying if you've watched the stream. But Roos gets back, talks up Tanafi, and Blake tried to get Roos to touch a quote unquote cursed coin. We don't know if it's cursed or not. Adam was unsuccessful for finding Emerald. Before all of us met up, Tanafi got a visit from Death, which is not ominous whatsoever, because she pissed off God by making a brothel.
Hey, God.
And now her luck is limited. She did not care though and continued on with life. Blake got swept away in the back alley of drug dealing.
Very important drug deals, you see.
Indeed, where he got into a dimensional door, talked with Zarius, which had me freaking out.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything because I was muted. And then we all get back together, go through the tournament, fight the big red, scary, scaly, terrifying dragon, and only winning by the skin of our teeth. Some of us pulling out some cool moves, some of us just spouting insults and then just having an insult war. But all of us, injured, tired, done with the day, and the party sets back and on the way home, back to the guild.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Currently, everyone is now heading back to Eternal's Rest. With more gold in your pocket, some heavy wounds set in, and some new experiences about how things are here at Eden. New challenges await for the future. But for now, it is time for rest, as everyone is heading back to Eternal's Rest. And I would say it's a pretty calm walk, with the nice chill in the air. It's actually started to snow currently as it gently falls from the sky. It's somewhat blanketing the fields as you're walking by. By the time you do get to the guild, you do actually see someone over by the door. A fairly small figure, just kind of waiting. And then when you get closer and closer, you actually do see it is a familiar face. It is a goblin, a very familiar goblin from way back when. And this goblin actually takes a look at everyone, and he goes and says, "Oh, there you are! I thought you'll be back sooner. Oh, it's frigid out here."
Oh, there's the little shit.
Hi! Don't be calling me that. I mean, unless you don't want your money, I could keep it for myself.
Oh,
Just give
now I
us
remember
our
you.
money.
Fine. let me tell you this. I mean, that stuff inside that old church. I mean, I was able to get myself a couple gold here and there. Let's say here. So altogether with the stuff that I found and the stuff that you all left behind, I would say split it in half. You know, your share is maybe about 400 gold pieces. Not very respectable. Very respectable.
A piece?
No, individually.
What did you get?
I got 400 gold pieces, and the only thing I couldn't sell is this strange-looking rock. He actually pulls it out and kind of like holds it out in front of him. You lot can take it if you want. I have no idea what it is. Don't think it's worth anything.
I don't think the deal was 50-50.
Yeah, I believe the deal was 50-50.
Bruce, didn't you have a much, like, better deal for us?
I don't think so.
Taffy, I did say it was 50-50.
Not to mention, I'm the
I
one...
thought it was 30-70.
And as I stated before,
No,
I'm the
it
one
was
that's...
50-50.
Yes, not
It
to
was
mention
50-50.
anything that you don't pick up,
You're
I
the
have to
one that
sell.
mentioned 30-70.
Oh. Yeah,
What
that
kind of
sounds
rock
like
is it?
me.
Yeah, you're the one that mentioned 30-70. I'm the one that gave him the 50-50.
Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, I had to sell this stuff first before I'm able to get you any gold anyway. So I did all that for you, no hassle whatsoever. I think it's only fair that I keep half.
It is, indeed. I'm honestly surprised you didn't take the gold and ran.
Hey, a deal's a deal. If there's one thing you gotta learn about goblins, is that when it comes to business, we're pretty much the more honest of the races. Like I said, 400 gold pieces for the lot of you, and this weird-looking stone. And he kind of walks over to Roos and kind of hands it over to him. Roos, it's a spherical object, and it's kind of like a dark amethyst almost. And when you look inside this amethyst, there's something like swirling very faintly in the center of it.
What is this?
Oh, I told you, it's some kind of funny-looking rock. Found it in that church you in.
A funny-looking rock you found at the church.
Yeah, you know where that stage play is in Cromwell.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it was barred behind some kind of gate. I mean, pretty easy enough. Simple locks.
The more you tell me about this rock, the more I feel like I shouldn't be holding it.
I mean, if it were cursed, don't you think something bad would have happened to me? I've had it for 2 weeks now. No, I can't sell it off. So,
Yeah.
I mean, considering that you're in good tidings with the lord and lady of this establishment, perhaps you might be able to find out more about it.
Is there like a check I can roll to see if I know if it's expensive or not?
Tanafi, make an Arcana check to see what this could be.
We'll get ready for that -3.
At the same time, I'll roll an Arcana
Yeah,
check on it.
go for it,
I'm
Bruce.
pretty
No,
sure
since
mine's
he's-
What's that, Blake?
I'm gonna roll an Arcana check. So
Yeah. Adam, what about you?
I'll also roll an Arcana.
I am not proficient in Arcana, so I'm not taking a roll.
All right.
Okay, I was
That's
just
fine.
making sure I did have a -3. Oh yeah, I know nothing about this stuff.
Tanafi, you're looking deep into this stone in Bruce's hand. You are looking at it. You get the epiphany that it is a circle.
That's my favorite shape.
Oh, I was gonna give him.
I got 15.
I was gonna
15.
give him more credit as a-
Blake, you got a 12.
I
All
got
right.
a 12.
So, Blake, you're looking at this thing. It is fairly weird, but, I mean, you just think it might be some kind of, like, fancy sending stone. Bruce, you vaguely know what these are. You've heard about these. These are soul stones. You know that these stones are usually harboring, like, souls of some kind. And you can tell just based off of the arcana that is lingering inside of it. It's very faint, but you do notice it.
Huh. Bruce is gonna put that in the inside pocket of his jacket.
Well, if you folks need anything else, I'll be sure to, be shadowing, continuing to pick up stuff that, either you leave behind or such. Well, don't everybody get uppity at once of me leaving. You folks take care now. And Mr. Gibbons actually goes, walking off, back to Maplewood.
Bye.
I so want to.
Well, we're back
I'll save
home.
that for later.
We smell like absolute crap. We look like absolute crap. And I don't know about you, but I really want to shower. And I need to get my vest tailored. Dadgummit.
Alright, so all of you head inside the Eternal's Rest, and you actually do see Kamui kind of like on the far end of the building near the reception decks talking to the woman there. And she actually notices you walk in.
Oh, welcome back. My, you all seem a little worse for wear.
Fine.
Indeed. We certainly have, we've certainly seen worse.
Oh, I have the bag of gold. That's right. Tanapi is gonna hand her the money and go, "We won. Our debt's been paid. I hope Saphira's not mad at me anymore."
Well, your debt's certainly been paid. As for whether or not he's still mad at you all, he knows how to hold a grudge. But I'm sure it's fine.
I should at least be fine.
Don't worry too much about it. Let's see here. And she portions out the 5,000 for the guild and divides the gold into 1,000. Not 1,000 little bags, but like little bags with 1,000 each, and hands them out to each of you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you all should get some rest. Maybe freshen up a bit. Our blacksmith actually just returned, Bastien Gaston and his son Claude. I think Saphira's out talking with them right now. Oh, and Ruth.
Yes?
So I know you gave me your jacket to look after, but earlier today, Rosemary started sneezing lightning? So I gave that to Juliet for safekeeping.
Ruth's eyes, like, slowly widens. He has to have pupils, so they don't dilate, but you can tell that
like this.
he's like, is the jacket burned?
Oh, no. Luckily, it was out of the way, but I think she's getting a cold, and I just didn't want to risk it.
I am impressed that a mother like you can take care of baby like Rosie.
She's not too bad. It's definitely the most tricky of all my children, but meh. Oh, also, some good news. I've been in talks with Liliana, and she's looking into investigating the claim of conspiracy against the crown. Especially where you're concerned, Tanafi. He thinks it's also
Finally.
quite strange.
Yeah.
Really does not seem to like that captain of the guard.
Slifer steps up and looks at Kamui. You're talking about Tiberius, right?
I believe that's his name. She very rarely refers to him by name. She just calls him stick up his ass.
Well, let's just say I know the guy, or I thought I knew the guy, so to speak. Well, I mean, what did she say? Anything else about him?
Just a long rant about how he's stuffy and kind of controlling and gets on her nerves.
Yeah, and that's what I'm confused about. Ty was kind of the exact opposite when he was part of our gang. I mean, he used to be, well, for lack of a better term, professional item inquirers.
Can't she, like, just fire him if he's, like,
It doesn't work like
part
that.
of the guard?
Well, actually, technically, she could, Adam. She's the queen, after all, but She is a very fair queen, and she won't dismiss someone simply out of personal dislike.
But he's already wronged all of us here. That should be reason enough to fire him because she knows I don't want her crown.
Tanafi, I don't think you know what conspiracy of the crown is, do you?
It means that she thinks I tried to steal her crown, and I know that she knows that I didn't do that. I have my own crown. We've been over this.
It's more like stealing her life, if you know what I mean.
You could want
Ew,
two
why would I want
crowns,
her
Anthony.
life?
Think
I don't
about
want to
it.
marry that guy.
That's more so to treason, isn't it?
Yeah.
Indeed. It's a very serious charge.
He has children. I mean, like, I'm glad you guys are happy and everything, but I don't want children.
Okay, I'm going to be blunt with you, Tanafi.
Thank God.
Conspiracy of the crown means pretty much the conspiracy to either kill or remove the queen from power.
Question.
Yes?
Oh, is this supposed to be a secret? I really don't know. I did help her fake her death once, but she's alive, obviously, now.
Yes. Yes. My granddaughter has had her fair share of assassination attempts.
I helped her pretend to be dead because I accidentally taught them pretending to be dead because, you know, like it was her and Magpie kind of conspiring against it. And then I kind of just walked in and I was like, what's going on? And they're like, keep quiet, I'll give you money. And I said, okay.
And to your credit, you did keep quiet about it.
I mean, she's technically alive now, so I didn't break it at the time.
No.
You have quite the history with the queen, huh?
Yeah, we're like besties.
Regardless, she's been working with Sophia LaRoche, looking into these various charges. And I'm not sure what she can do about all the other ones, but that one at least she might be able to get stricken from your record.
Yeah.
Which is good because regardless of when you are released from Eden, having conspiracy against the crown on your record is quite damning.
Well,
Very much so.
let's just say Sophia and I also go way back, and I don't think the other charges are wrong. Let's just say.
What was that, Miss Blake?
It's not the worst thing I've done. It's just
Well, regardless, Mr. Truefall, are you all right?
No, I'm fine.
You're fine, but you're not all right.
I need to get some rest anyway.
Of course. I'll let you all get back to it. Oh, yes?
I'll see you all tomorrow anyway.
All right. Yes, please, go freshen yourselves up. Get some rest. Oh,
Oh, Camille,
yes?
I know it's late and apparently I smell like I've been at a shit's barn, but after I get everything done, I would like to have that talk here.
Her eyes light up with understanding. Of course. If you want to freshen up a bit first, you can, but if you're eager to have that talk, we can.
I have too much respect for you to smell my stuff.
What was that?
He says, I have too much respect for you to smell me like I am now.
Well, what time is it, Claude?
I would say it's pretty late in the evening, about 6 or 7.
Well, we have about 2 hours
I can't
before we head
realize.
home. Yeah. If you want to freshen up and meet me and Saphira in the office.
Yes, I'll do that.
All right. The rest of you.
After all, I think I'm spending most of the night tailoring my vest as he shows her that's basically just ripped.
You know, I could help you with that. We could swap some stitching techniques.
Bruce in the back of his head remembers the conversation. He's like, oh, right. He doesn't say it out loud. He says it inside, like, oh, right. Yeah. And Manas is like, oh, yes, of course.
Well,
Yes.
I'll let you all get some rest. And she's gonna head on up to the office.
Bruce is going to go ahead and immediately rush to the shower.
All right. Blake.
I can imagine Tanafi and Bruce just racing up there to see who'd get there first.
Wait, to do what? To eat dinner? Probably, but Tanafi doesn't run unless she has to.
Let's see. He's the first one.
She like
Shower,
does a
let's say.
fast walk.
Yeah.
It's like a walk, but
It's like one of those jogs that like moms do on their run where they're swinging their arms and it's like really awkward.
Bro, that's my mom. No, that I cannot do. Oh,
All right.
yeah, anyway.
I would say, unless there's something you want to do before taking a rest. Anyone?
Just eat dinner, wash up, go to bed.
All right. I would say everyone just relaxes a bit, does their own thing. Adam, you head to your room and you kind of like sit down on the bed, and Biddenha makes himself known to you. You really don't make it subtle that you have a lot on your mind.
A lot has been on my mind ever since I've been here.
Well, I'm not much of a counsel, but if anything, I have ears.
I just don't think they, even from like a standstill, it just feels like, I don't know. It's like it doesn't make sense.
In what regard?
Like, ever since I started getting here, I just couldn't stop thinking about what's been going on back home.
A little bit of homesick, I take it.
It's more than that. You know how I feel about Agna. You know that.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Even after everything that has happened, it just makes me worry over the others, like Opal and Emerald. And I do have to say that what she did was brave of her. The bravest I've ever seen her be.
She's definitely a spirited child, that's for sure.
She definitely is.
So the real question now is, what do you plan on doing now?
Well, I need to start resting up, and after that, I think I just need to clear my head.
Alright. Then I shall leave you be.
Well, I don't know. If I need advice or anything, I'll just contact you again.
Yes. That will be the wise decision. And take heed of what people around here have been saying to you over the last couple of days. Sometimes the best advice is the ones that we don't really pay too much attention to, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, and he fades. Your tattoo starts to glow a bit, and then your spiritual drake kind of like is perched on your shoulder, just kind of looking at you.
It's alright, Christo. I'll be fine.
You feel on your back its spectral tail thumping against you, wagging like a dog.
Yeah. Don't worry, bud. You did great out there. Don't worry. If we'll try to see what we can do tomorrow, alright? Maybe tomorrow, maybe we can see if we can talk to some people who may know Senji, who may be able to help you teach you a few words.
Parada.
That's the spirit, bud.
All right. And I would say, like I said, no one else is going to do anything before the night is done? Or?
I mean, we're talking to Roos.
Alright, that's why I want to make sure before we continue on to the next
Blake,
phase.
Tanafi, anything you two want to do?
Nope.
Nothing.
She's gonna
Alright.
be sleeping on her pile of money.
Yeah, Tanafi, you spread out your coins all across your bed. You belly flop and just kind of like roll around Scrooge McDuck, just kind of like, money.
Inside the door frame, you hear a
Yeah.
not a disdained gasp. What's the word? Horrified gasp, and you look out and you see, the little cleaning bot, just staring at all the coins spilling on the floor, like, no, oh no.
Oh, hang on. I actually got to get the voice working. Give me 1 second. This is entirely necessary.
Very
okay,
necessary.
I do have the voice mod up. Great. Where's my little robot dude? He's somewhere.
Why?
If you even think about trying to clean up anything in my room that is golden, shiny, and circular like this, I will melt you down into a dagger and create more mess with you.
If you leave your room a mess, I will toss all your belongings into the lake for the lake monster to eat.
This isn't a mess, though. This is money. This is a good mess.
There is no such thing as a good mess.
Really? You don't think so?
Then are you a mess?
Get out of my room!
Ah!
He ends up running away.
Slam the door and go back to my rolling.
Yes. All right. And as for you,
That's
Blake.
all.
Yeah, that's all. And as for you, Blake, you're just kind of like lying in
think
bed.
that-
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I did have one thing. I
Yeah,
think
go
I
for
should
it.
pull out a book and to do something that only you two know. Yeah. Build up to that. Anyway, now plot. You could go back to plot relevant stuff.
Well, describe what you're doing. I mean, even if we
Well,
two
she's
know about
reading.
it, she's reading.
Yeah, she's reading on how some magic stuff. It'll be about one thing.
Of course, all her
with
smut
plans.
books.
Yeah. Certain
Okay.
cantrip that the warlocks love so much. That she's that she's doing some reading, trying to be more useful after getting clowned on last time, or feeling like she was clowned on, and then clinical depression. Yeah.
There.
There.
Yeah. I think that's it for me.
All
All
right.
right.
That was obvious.
Let's jump over to Roos. You said you're going to go talk with Kamui?
Wait a sec, can I just say,
Mhm.
freaking hearing Tanafi and that entire situation made me burst out laughing while I was changing. Do you know how hard it was to try and pick up my clothes while I'm just like, get out of my room, and hearing a funny robot voice just screaming in the distance?
That's how we roll.
You gotta love Construct 101.
Exactly. Is that his name?
Technically, there's a couple names. Bee Boop, Steve.
Kids like to call him Beat Boop.
Okay.
Billy.
I mean, he's
Billy
been called
Beep
many
Boop.
things.
It's Billy Beat Boop Steve.
Bee Boop Boop Steve.
Brr.
But, anyway, Bruce, you said you wanted to talk to Kamui?
Yeah.
Alright, Akami, I'm going to leave this one to you then.
All right. Do you want Saphira to be there as well, Claude?
Yeah, he can be there. Unless Bruce wants to just have a one-on-one conversation with her.
That's up to you, Roos. What you want to do?
It would be more interesting having both there.
Alright.
All right. Then I'll say, once you're all freshened up, straightened up enough, you head up to where you know the office is, and you open it. Saphira is seated. Well, I'll let Claude describe whatever Saphira is doing, but Kamui is in a chair in the corner. Rose is on her lap, squealing at something she's doing.
Yeah, Saphira's next to Kamui, just kind of like looking at Rosie, just kind of like smiling at her, just ruffling her hair a little bit.
Oh, Bruce.
Who's at this point? I want to say is not wearing his vest. He looks like he has a slacks over his shoulders and his tie's kind of dangling down from his white shirt.
Mm.
The slacks were kind of hidden behind his vest.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
I don't know what slacks are.
Slacks?
They're kind of like
Are
So-
those pants?
they're like ropes that you attach pins and it goes over your shoulder and attaches to the other side. They were mostly used for workers, so that way your pants wouldn't fall off.
You know, that makes sense.
Oh, those are. Wait, what?
Suspenders?
Those are suspenders, not slacks. Slacks are a type of pants that you wear like to a job interview.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, that's
This
all
just-
confused.
Bruce thinks they're called slacks. This just goes further into
No,
his
bro.
knowledge of fashion, no matter how stylish he may be.
Oh, that's so funny.
Ah. Bruce, thank you for coming.
He's like, I know style. Ugh.
Like you could have.
Rosemary turns and sees you and lets out a squeak of delight.
Bruce looks over to her and waves with a smile on his face before looking back at Kamui and he says, "And thank you for having me."
Of course. I don't know what questions you may have, or what help or insight we may be able to provide, but given the situation, I wanted to help however I could.
Yeah, we might not know a whole lot, but we can at least try to answer what we can.
I do have an interesting item for y'all.
Oh?
Although, if I do show it to you, Saphira, can you promise not to slit my throat?
Okay, first and foremost, I'm not going to slit your throat, but if it's something that is going to harm any of us in here, I will more than likely just neutralize the room of magic to ensure the safety of everyone here.
It's nothing like that.
Okay, then
I
go
only have
ahead.
limited knowledge of it.
And then
He goes to like his vest pocket. I forgot he didn't have his jacket on, but he goes to his vest pocket and he pulls out the stone that the goblin gave
Hmm.
and sets it on the table.
Honey, I think this might be up your alley.
She hands Rosie over to Saphira and
Yep.
goes to examine the stone. This is a soul stone. Where did you get this?
To make a long story short, a goblin who owed us gave it to me, saying that he found it in the church.
I'm gonna have her roll my dice. Where are they?
Nice.
Oh no!
Oh no. Kamui
Roll.
automatically gets a plus 99 to that roll, just so you know.
For fairness' sake, I'm gonna
Success.
roll Arcana when I find
Yeah.
my die. Oh, that's right. They were still in my purse. Where did I put my purse?
You have pocket purse dice that you just carry around?
Of course. You don't?
For no, you may want to roll a d20 for a
I need to
scenario.
roll to see if I.
All right, that's
Okay.
probably gonna hit.
Oh,
You
shit,
don't?
Do I tip the waiter or not? Roll a d20.
I
Oh
mean,
shit!
they-
I rolled a 1. Here's your $5.
Y'all don't carry a whole full set of dice everywhere you go?
I mean, I try, but as much as a dice goblin I am, it would be too much on my pockets.
All right, that is very nice.
Yeah.
Once I can math, that's a 27.
Well, oh yeah, definitely.
So what all can I tell him, Claude?
So I would say Kamui knows that this soul stone definitely has a soul in it, though it is very faded, as if it were placed inside of the stone many, many centuries ago. And it's surprising that one of the soul stones are in such good condition after all of this time, and that, probably within time and a good person who is knowledgeable of said subject might be able to get some use out of it.
It's not malevolent. I can tell that much. The soul in here is very, very old. It's kind of lost a lot of its individuality. Excuse me. Admittedly, souls are not my forte, but I'd say you have nothing to fear from it.
Well, currently I have two souls working together in my body, so it concerns
Yeah,
me.
understandable, but this is a little different. Soul stones were specifically crafted to hold souls. They were often used as, well, sometimes as punishment. A lot of necromancers use them nowadays. But other times they were simply used to store power. A soul holds a lot of knowledge, And she hands the stone back to him. If you can find some way to tap into that power, you might have quite the boon on your hands.
I'll take that to mind as he puts the soul stone back in his vest, which still isn't repaired.
Then, on to the matter of that second soul you have. Admittedly, Asmodeus is a little out of our knowledge range. We're a bit more familiar with one of his lair lords. But any questions you might have, we might be able to help with.
As many questions as I have, I think we'd be here for 2 or 3 days.
Let's try to stick to the important ones then. The most pressing on your mind.
I guess the first one would be not exactly a future I want to look forward to. But I'm guessing my first question is this soul going to slowly take over my body?
That is a little hard to say.
Also been having these weird visions, I guess.
Like the one in
I'm
our
sorry.
home?
No, much more subtle, not to that extreme.
Hmm.
When I was at the tournament, I was giving obviously a bodacious bow for my excellent performance. I looked up in the crowd to see if anyone was cheering, and I saw a man, looked like a tiefling, in colored robes, sitting there like he was on some sort of throne, staring down at me, looking at me. No expression, no discernible emotion, just staring. And by the time I blinked my eyes, he was gone.
You think that could be Asmodeus?
I mean, that kind of sounds like him from Magpie's description that she told us.
Maybe we shouldn't have had you touch that sword. I mean, nothing like this has happened. Pardon me if you've answered this before, but how long have you been a tiefling?
3 years.
And in those 3 years, nothing like this has happened?
No, not one thing.
I think by touching the greatsword, probably something awakened. Though what it is, I'm not entirely too sure.
All I know is when I went into your house and pardon me, sorry, for people intruding into your house, but I walked into one room. I think it was your balcony, and something snapped. I wasn't in control anymore. I could. It's kind of like viewing from an audience.
Hmm.
You see what's going on in motion, but you're not in it. My body was moving on my own, yet my conscience wasn't moving at all.
So like a possession.
That's not the best way to explain. Yes, but you're aware of it,
Hmm.
and you can feel everything you're doing. By the time I got to the staircase, I snapped back and I was suddenly in control again.
I think Sphera might be right.
Hmm.
Asmodeus might be starting to stir.
I would say, luckily for you, it's not like he can regain his body in its entirety. Um, as we mentioned before, there was a woman named Magpie that spent a good several months locating artifacts that held pieces of his soul, two of which were destroyed. The other is in our possession.
Is that the great sword?
No, an
No, it's
amulet.
an amulet we keep locked away somewhere we're not telling you.
That's the best. I don't want you to tell me.
Mhm. And even if you did try to find it, I can guarantee you it would not be here.
That would kind of be redundant if it was.
Well, it helps you out because, considering what happened with the Great Sword, luckily it didn't pull you in that direction.
Pieces of Asmodeus have a very strong pull to them. Oftentimes, people who encounter them are, what's the word? Charmed, in a way, into putting them on. And it can be very, very hard to remove them.
Hmm.
And honestly, I cannot say what Asmodeus is planning long term. You made some kind of deal with him, and from what I know of devils, they do always uphold their end of the bargain. So, whatever you were promised will still likely come to pass.
That being
But
said, it's usually at a twisted, you know, side effect of such. Like, a slight.
Monkey spot.
I don't know who said that, but I'm thinking of the monkey's paw.
I told you these walls are so thin, dear.
Well, it doesn't help that I'm a soul knife and I can hear that one other tiefling dreaming. I mean, she's dreaming loud up there.
I wouldn't recommend looking too much into those dreams,
I'm
considering
trying
what
not
type of person
to.
he is.
I mean, it's bad enough I'm already hearing Slifer's voice every now and then. But
You know what? Try not.
that's beside the point. There's usually a caveat to these deals, mostly to benefit the one who offered the contract.
Hmm.
The
I mean,
price.
this is a first for me.
I would hope so.
Making
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
I can give a vague description how it happened, although my memory is a bit fuzzy.
All right, go for it.
I was, well, I guess it's called limbo. I was neither in heaven nor in the nine hells. It was kind of like a vacuum. You couldn't hear, you couldn't speak, only the thoughts that ran through.
Hmm.
And then I heard a voice. I didn't understand it, but I was desperate. So I just said yes.
So,
And
you're
here I am now.
you're not even sure what you promised?
Yes.
Oh dear.
That makes things so much harder. You see, when a soul is left their body, it's supposed to be sent to the ethereal realm, passing through a space between places called the Veil. And, well, let's just say people and creatures of all types that do not have a place in either end up. And if what you're saying is true, Asmodeus might have reached out to you during your traversal to the ethereal realm, kept you from going.
I mean, I didn't know Infernal nor Devil at the time.
Be that as it may, it seems as though he took advantage of the situation.
It's very likely that the price for whatever you were promised will be very high.
If what you're telling me about this Asmo is true, well, Lord, I should say, I feel like if I insult his name now, I'll get a much worse punishment. But if what you're telling me about him is true, which I believe every word you're saying to me, then the price that I basically have for what I want is gonna be a lot higher than I initially thought.
Yes.
Not like I can speak to him and renegotiate, so
You might not be able to. You might not even know that he's there most of the time. But the effects of something like that can linger for months, years, decades, as long as you are bound to that entity.
Beyond.
We really need to get a soundproof mind link in this room.
Well, we're not even talking in the mind link.
No, but I keep hearing that other tiefling speaking in her sleep. Anyway, point being is something like this isn't an easy thing to remove. I mean, even when it does get removed, there could be side effects to that as well.
I mean, it's possible Asmodeus simply resurrected you and gave you a new life, but it's entirely possible Asmodeus is the only thing keeping you alive right now.
Bruce starts chuckling. I thought about it like that. He's the only thing keeping the body going. He's the only thing keeping me alive. So, I guess that leads into my next question. If I were to die, which one goes first? Me or him?
That's kind of difficult to say without actually diving deep into your very soul. It could be fused with you. It could just be kind of like two souls in one body. I can't do that sort of thing. Honey, do you know anything else?
It's entirely possible that should you die, Asmodeus will simply fully inhabit that body. It's the fact that he hasn't taken you over yet either means he's lying in wait for something, or he just can't. But with no soul in the body, it's Hachi! I have such a good watchdog. It's possible he's just waiting for you to die. And it's possible that that was what you promised. If you agreed without setting any terms. Once your deal is complete, he could simply kill you and take over your body.
Bruce looks down with not a sad expression, a distraught expression, or even a mad expression. He looks down with a curious expression before smiling. I see. So trade for a life for mine.
Per- Perhaps. Of course, you might want to find someone who's... Honestly, if you ever come across Magpie, I'd recommend having an in-depth conversation with her. I mean, provided she doesn't kill you on the spot.
Yeah, she's had the dishonor of coming into contact with Asmodeus. She would know more than what we would.
I see. So either I talk with her or I die.
Well, she's
That's
usually keen on making new friends, so maybe not, but also maybe keep the fact that you have a splinter of Asmodeus' soul under wraps until you've started the conversation.
And also, I would advise maybe disguising yourself a bit, otherwise, she might attack you on the spot. You know, looks like the tails.
It's the tails?
That is a defining
Twin
trait
tails.
of Asmodeus.
Yes. Although I'm sure she
But
wouldn't go that far.
This is Magpie we're talking about. She's usually a act first, don't ask questions later.
She's gotten better,
Has she, though?
maybe.
Remember the Tyrannosaurus incident?
Yeah.
And the incident involving the elephants?
That was a misunderstanding.
And what about accidentally burning down that village?
Okay, yeah, that was her bad.
Yeah, I think you get the picture.
Yeah. Regardless, she's...
after I've worked so hard on designing them,
It
he
might
has
not...
two kind of gold rings around around the side of the tail.
It is quite a nice look, and you might not have to hide them for the entire time. Just...
Maybe just hide the one.
Yeah. Still, hopefully it's just Asmodeus.
Yeah, and considering there's just you and the amulet, there is no way he will ever have any sort of power that he once had.
So like I said, should I keep the soul stone? Because if he really is just trying to gather his power, I feel like this stone shouldn't be in my hands.
Well, I
Well,
mean, you can
you
keep it.
could hand it off to another in your party if you'd like. I really don't think there's any harm in keeping it. The soul does have power, but it's not like a super significant amount of power.
Although I do know someone who might know a thing or two. Maybe we should send them to Basil after they get redeemed.
Oh, that'd be fun. We should go visit Basil soon.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know she's been caught up in work being the headmaster and all, but yeah, I think I should go see her again.
Regardless. As I'm
Oh,
afraid, as I
this
mentioned,
is all. Oh, go ahead.
our knowledge of Asmodeus is very limited. We know more about the Layer Lords, but hopefully they're all well and done with.
I should hope so. I'm kind of tired with gods and demons and all that.
Indeed. I don't know what I'd do if Scarmaloyan ever came back.
Oh, God. I mean, after all that trouble Magpie went through to get rid of him.
Mhm.
Well, to kind of cap off this kind of moody tone, I gotta say, Rosie, for her name, is really cute.
Yeah,
Ew.
she's definitely a gifted mage, that's for sure. Okay, that got Saphira actually laughed in the story as well. Okay, that caught me off guard.
Skill. Yes, Rosemary
Rosie's
is
a good name.
special. Oh, that's just her nickname.
Rosemary.
Yeah. I like naming my daughters after herbs.
Rose's expression goes from happy to shocked
You okay, kiddo?
to sad, as he's gonna he kind of puts his hands to his face and thinks for a moment, takes a deep breath, and says, "I think I must be taking my leave."
All right,
Of course.
get some rest. I think you've earned it.
Rosemary,
Take care, Roos.
you too come. As he opens the door, walks away, up and down the hallway, he starts to slowly but surely start a little tear kind of drops down his eye, and then that turns from one, two, and then suddenly a few more as he gets flashbacks to woman, not particularly very clear flashbacks, but someone he deeply cared about, and he's off to sleep.
All right. I would say y'all get a long rest, snoring and snoozing, dreaming the good dreams. Blake is stirring in her sleep, waking Saphira up every now and then. And
Yes, Sam.
yes,
Do I recover one level of exhaustion because of this long rest, or do I recover
yes.
all of it?
I'll be nice and say all.
Oh yeah.
You guys, you're not going to be doing anything strenuous this next day anyway, so it works out.
All right then.
All right. It is the dawn of the next day. A cold chill is in the air as you look outside your windows to see a nice white sheet of snow among the fields, and even the lake is slightly frozen over. And when you wake up, you do hear the typical lunch bell that you've been hearing. It's time, no, lunch bell, what I'm saying, breakfast bell. Ding, ding, ding,
I mean,
ding,
if you want to
ding.
sleep in, you can. You all have earned it. It's whatever you all want to do.
Yeah, this is your free day if you want to do whatever. Let's go ahead and Kamui, why don't we make this interesting? Let's roll a d4 to see who we start out with.
Okay.
Who's one, who's two, who's three, who's four?
From Adam to Blake, 1 through 4.
Okay, so let me. Well, it was a 4, so Tinaffy, what do you want to do today?
Well, I kind of wanted to go to the Church of Timora that I guess, that was an option in the beginning, because I kind of want to know how I can try and not be twice as unlucky instead of just being normal lucky again. So,
Speaking of luck,
But
Tinaffy, as you wake up, you stretch and you get your clothes on and you're just patting it down and you pat your money, make sure it's there. And as your hand moves to your pocket, you feel something in there. And when you reach in and pull out, you see the cracked coin that
Oh
the
no.
Reaper had shown you.
She's
Cursed.
And
It's cursed.
and the coin
I-
looks as to been dug a little
I-
bit deeper as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to the church because this is creepy.
Go pray. Pray my sins away.
You know, can I say something? I imagine when she pulled out, she just like flicked it like it was a like
Yeah,
a
I
sniper or
honestly
something.
wanted to say she screams and tossed it across the room.
Do you actually scream?
Probably not super loud. It's more like a little like startled like ah, just tosses it.
So the door kind of like bursts open, and you do see Contract 101.
Who's in trouble? Who's in trouble? Do I need to get Saphira?
I'm fine. Get out, please.
Then why did you scream?
If I was screaming, why would I need the help from a cleaning bot instead of a medical bot?
I know how to scream in terror and get people's attention.
I can do that myself perfectly fine.
So can I. Okay, if you're not in danger, I'm leaving.
And he
Thank
rolls
you.
away.
Yeah.
If anything happens to the damn bot, I'm burning the whole thing.
I've only had bot 101 for about 30
That
minutes, but if
fucking
anything
meme-
happened
what's
to
that
him,
fucking
I'd
meme with
kill
the cat?
everyone in this guild
I
and
only
then
met
myself.
Clean Bot today, but if anything happens, I'll kill all of you, then me.
Yeah.
Exactly. He is now the official party group. Alright, he's the party mascot. If anyone disagrees, it is heresy.
We're gonna steal the fucking robot cleaning bot. He's like, hey, we're gonna take this Roomba with us.
Well,
Anyway.
what else are you doing, Tanafi? You've thrown your
Oh.
coin across the room.
She, after thinking, well, it's probably gonna show up in my pocket again if that's the case. She's gonna go get it because she needs to probably take it to the church to ask what she needs to do about it. And she also wants to go look for Quite because she would like another cleric to go with her.
Alright.
Alright. I would say you exit your room, and you actually do see Quite kind of like stepping out of the room, kind of stretching, just kind of like her claws kind of like extending outward, just kind of like the cat stretch.
Oh, Quite, such a great convenience. I need your help with something. What kind of cleric? What god do you cleric for?
She takes out a holy symbol, and she kind of like holds it out in front of you, and do you want to make a religion check?
Yeah, I'll make a religion check,
Yeah.
and we'll see how that goes. Dice roller.
Wait, it sure went.
I think I just get a -1 to religion, I believe. Yeah, religion's a less negative. Oh, I got an 18. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I somehow
So-
know something.
Yeah, you definitely recognize this symbol from your travels in your previous adventure. This is the symbol of Lumos. In the times of old, he used to be the god of creation, but with recent history, it was revised that he was the god of destruction and construction. And basically,
Right. I didn't know you were a bad girl. Oh my gosh, we should hang out more.
she kind of like is flushed, just kind of like shaking her head. No, just kind of like no.
You don't want to hang out with me?
Oh, no.
That's sad.
She kind of like waves her hand in front of me, like saying, like nodding, yes.
Oh, great. Okay, so I don't know if you know anything about Timora, but I know there's a Timora church here, and I got on Timora's bad side for a really dumb reason, but that's neither here or there.
She kind of like looks at you. She nods, and recognition.
Okay, I hope that means you'll go. Just because I'm not sure if other Timora churches know of, like, my Timora church, I am gonna put a scarf around my head and kind of try to not look a lot like me, but that's about it.
Yeah, Quite actually takes out from her bag a really nice hat. It actually looks good on Tanafi. It's just kind of like, think of it like a small witch's hat, but it's Tanafi's colors.
Wow! Oh my gosh, thank you. I will actually wear this instead, and this will work perfectly. And I don't know how to get there, so I hope you know how.
She nods, smiles, and she kind of like looks at her sundial. She kind of gives you a questioned look and kind of like points to it.
After breakfast.
She nods, smiles, and she's going to stick with you.
Awesome. Let's go get some food before everyone else eats it. And
All right.
we can move on to the next one.
Okay. So, Okami, between 1 and 3, roll me to see who goes next.
That's a 2.
All right. And who would that be?
That would be Blake.
Okay, I
Yeah.
guess.
What does
I
Blake
guess she
want to
woke
do?
up from her. Well, first she gets up after spending all night reading or trying to read, and I guess get something to eat first off. That's her first objective.
All right.
Alright.
While reading her book still, she's still trying to figure out this one cantrip.
Yeah, and as you're reading and walking towards the dining hall, you do hear a familiar voice in the distance say, "Miss Blake! Why don't you come over here and have lunch with me?" And you do see Arcadia and a vacant table, just kind of like pats the seats.
This man keeps
Next.
showing up in my guild.
What was that?
This man keeps showing up in my guild.
Yeah. But Camus and Saphira allow him to be here because technically it's a public tavern, so.
Yeah. The cat's meow
Yeah.
is technically only attached to the guild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess I'll walk over to him with book in hand.
Ah. Oh, what's this we have here? Eldritch Blasting for Dummies. Really? No, Blake. My oh my. Are you thinking of becoming a
I
warlock?
need to have that book.
Yeah. I had this for a while and didn't have a motivation to read it until after last time.
Ah, it's a good
She's
read.
a
It's
computer
definitely
dog.
it's definitely a good read, and I'm really surprised you want to continue this path. I always thought you wanted to continue further as a bard.
Oh, I'm still a bard. I'm just getting something so I can actually fight back.
Oh, come on, you've always
You
been
don't have to-
confident in battle. You just gotta be more confident in it.
Tell that to last time.
Okay, well, first and foremost, you were fighting against a dragonborn. I mean, first and foremost, they are pretty powerful as is. Second off, you just got unlucky.
Luck
But-
won't solve everything.
Ah, but sometimes Lady Luck does steer her head in the right direction.
He's too busy beating Tanavi right now.
Like looks at Tanafi and it's like, right.
Yeah. But anyway, so I hear that you're trying to become, well, not here, but I can see that you're trying to become a warlock of some kind. What exactly do you plan on going into?
I was doing some research, trying to see what would be the most interesting. I was looking at this hex thing.
Oh, the Hexblade. Very fascinating. Mighty warriors using spectral blades, curses, and things of the lost. Oh, those are one of my favorite types of warlocks.
Yeah. Also, I have a sword, so it's like, yeah, it'd be probably easier to get into.
Oh, absolutely. And how long have you been studying that there book?
All last night.
Well, I've got a couple more for you here. Let's see. We've got Hexblade, the blade and your foe. We've got short rest are the best rest, and we also got Hex, best spell or the worst spell.
Let's find out.
And they're kind of like they're not
I just
small
imagine
books;
he's-
they're like thick books, kind of like textbooks
just, like-
almost.
He looks like he drops this fucking pile of books. And looks like, what?
I mean, it's no different than the books that your school have given you. I'm sure you could blaze through these in no problem.
Right. He's like, oh no.
Come on, education is pretty important, even in these arcane arts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
still, I mean, I hope your morning's going good.
Yeah. I had other plans besides reading this book.
Yeah, tell me about it, kiddo. I haven't really had the best day either. My plans to build a brothel in Maplewood kind of like got shut down. Apparently, they not managed to get her funds, and now I don't have access to the land anymore. Well, actually, I shouldn't say I had the land to begin with. More like it wasn't finalized, but then she just so happened to get her funds. So disappointed. Now I gotta look elsewhere.
Blake like looks left and right. He's like, yeah, that sucks. He's like, she's like,
Hey, who knows? Perhaps I'll take that desecrated temple that your friend had the misfortune of running. I'll probably turn that into a brothel. You know, take up her way of doing things.
oh, I don't know. That guy kind of is petty. And
Oh, please. I mean, all I gotta do is get some certification in theatrons, you know, laws and whatnot, get the workings around, and then otherwise I would have it.
yeah, fair enough.
I try to be fair. I mean, I don't like taking things from people, but hey, if they want to give me money, hey, that's even better.
That's the best kind of money.
Exactly. Hey, you're learning fast.
I always learn fast.
Ah, good. It seems like that college really did help you out in the long run. I'm glad. I'm proud.
Yeah.
But what does the day have in store for you now, Miss Blake?
Well, I'm probably. I want to go see a certain tiefling or find her. 'Cause I was gonna talk to her after the tournament, and then shit happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see. And, you're looking for a certain tiefling, huh?
Yeah. She was a dancer. Kind of a fan, which is either really good or really bad. Knowing my track record.
Oh, so you're looking for some company. Well, don't you worry. If you could give me her name, I can try to find her and send her your way.
What's her name? Right.
Make an intelligence. You know, let's have fun with this. Make an intelligence check to see if you remember her name.
I know nothing about her, but she disappeared into the night.
Her dance was so amusing. I only recognized her dance. Let's see. Okay, intelligence. Where's my intelligence?
I think it should be a +1.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking.
No,
at
you're
the
fine.
Skills. Sorry,
Yeah, it's just a general
looking at-
intelligence.
Let's see.
Dirty 20.
I actually.
Beautiful.
Her name was Sahar. She was an orange-skinned tiefling bard.
Yeah, her name was. Fuck. Say it again.
Sahar.
Sahar.
Yeah.
Sahar. She was an orange tiefling, kind of a dancer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those should be easy to find then.
Yeah. She also was partners with an orc, if that helps.
He wouldn't happen to be loud and bombastic, right?
Yeah, and a total simp.
I don't know what that is, but on my way here, I actually heard murmurings of like some kind of orc saying that they're going to say farewells to a Lady Tanafi or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's him.
Ah, yes. I mean, then I'm sure she'll be here before long, and then maybe you two can, not the orc, mind you, unless you're into that sort of thing. Don't worry, the tiefling should be here probably about an hour or two, give or take.
Perfect. They'll give me time to finally test out the cantrip 101 I've been studying for.
Use Eldritch Blast on her.
Oh,
No,
jeez.
no, I'm not gonna Eldritch Blast her. I was gonna shoot something else.
I mean, you might Eldritch Blast from a different
Oh,
place.
a
Wink, wink.
different kind of blast.
Oh no. Oh, that's for later. I'm well
Zera's
trained.
gonna
in
want to
that
probably
once.
get that softened wall real soon.
Well, regardless of what you plan on doing with your dancer, I mean, just know that study is just as important as a good time, you know.
Yeah,
And besides,
I'm well aware.
people like an intelligent person.
I don't know. She keeps glancing at Daffy when she says that. I don't know.
There are rare exceptions, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, but I need to get going. I need to head back to ASIN so that way I can check up on my other girls. Miss Blake, it was wonderful meeting up with you again. I hope that everything goes well these next few months or weeks. How long you're ever going to be here?
Yeah, hopefully. Not too much longer.
Yes, and if you're ever at the Pedal Dance Palace in Theatron, do let me know. I can definitely reacquaint you with some people.
Yeah. Take care, sir.
He gives a sincere bow. Ta-ta, Miss Blake. I shall see you around here shortly. And he leaves.
You wave at him back. And I look at all my books and like, fuck.
Yeah, there's easily like 800 pages worth of books here.
He's like, yeah, well, I guess better be fast reading.
All right. And Okami, do you think it's a good time to switch over to one of the last two?
Yes, I rolled the 1, so Adam.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
Alright.
So I guess Adam actually was the most exhausted out of everyone, so he's probably got the most earliest to sleep. But I guess he's
Okay.
just now probably like waking up, and I guess he's probably should get probably check on Christo a bit, see how he's doing.
Christo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Dragon.
sorry, I forgot that's his name already. Excuse me. So the tattoo glows just kind of like glows twice for it's good.
Oh, twice for no, once for yes.
Okay. So I'm assuming he's not here right now.
Well,
I mean, you
Christo-
can summon him if you want.
Yeah.
Well, that obviously requires a use of it, so I'll just keep it for now.
Okay.
And I guess he's probably gonna head. I guess he's probably just gonna start getting ready and then head down.
All right.
Okay.
So you actually head down and you end up seeing Saphira like talking to like looks like a patron, just kind of like in the main entryway. He kind of sees you coming down and kind of like dismisses the other guy. Mr. Adam, how you feeling?
I don't know. It's like I got a bit of a headache.
Well, I would gonna offer you a drink, but I guess that's probably not a good idea now.
Probably not.
You want Camus to take a look at you?
If you want to, if you must, then that's fine.
Oh no, I'm leaving that up to you. I mean, it's not my must if you're feeling that bad.
Well, you ever get that feeling like if there's like if you can like see inside your own head?
Well, I don't know about seeing everything in my head, but I do hear a lot of voices in mine.
And never mind. He's not gonna do it. Well, actually, you know what? Never mind. He's actually gonna do it.
Yeah, go for it, man.
He's actually gonna use the telepathic speech.
Oh
Yeah,
god, there's
without-
one more voice.
He, relax. It's mine. I'm
Yeah,
speaking to
I
you.
kind of figured.
Sorry.
No,
It's-
you're fine. I'm joking.
It's like this is what I meant by seeing inside my own head.
Like seeing the voices.
Something like that.
Hmm.
Besides that, I think I might just be taking a walk today, just to try to clear my head.
Hey, it's just us. If you need someone to listen to.
Well, if you got time, then I may just need time to talk to someone.
Hey, I've got time, bud. And like, let's go over, sit down. And there's a couple seats leaning against the wall. He sits one adjacent from you. All right. What's going on?
Do you remember that shifter that arrived here about like over 2 weeks ago?
The one that
Emerald?
almost killed a griffin?
Yes.
What about her?
She's one of mine.
Kind of figured that, considering she kept saying, "Where's Lord Adam? Where's Lord Adam?"
That's what she's trying to call me. You know about the I know you never heard much about the Truefall family at all.
Not
or
really,
anything
no.
about it.
But considering the Lord status, you must be some kind of prince or something.
Yeah, next in line.
Congrats.
Not really.
Hmm.
Thing is, it's like there's a lot that's going on in my head. That just comes from it. And thing is about her is that she's trying to, like, you know. The thing is about her is that she has a lot to learn.
Hmm.
When I got her as a retainer, basically about like years ago, it was from my mother, who I don't really know if I have the nicest words to say about it.
Well, I mean, you're speaking through my mind. You can just go ahead and say whatever. No one's gonna hear you.
Let's just say that she is quite the cock of a head.
I was going to say loud and bombastic, but that works too.
Well, the thing is that like she tries too hard to try to spoil me, and is constantly trying to be like almost like trying to make me like dress lavishly, or trying to be almost like her.
Almost like her. I don't know. From all that commotion the other week, it seems as though she was more worried about your safety than any adaptation of her.
Well, the thing about Emerald is that she was hired from my mother, and we've been doing this we've just been constantly going back and forth for years. And just now, I just now feel bad for just hurting her.
Hmm.
And I just had my time in my head to think that what she did, although yes, it did almost kill a griffin, but I have to appreciate that this was the most bravest thing that she had done in her entire life.
And considering she traveled halfway across the ocean for you, she must be someone special.
She is. Even though she's not blood related to my family, she is to me by heart.
There's more to the family than just blood, son.
There definitely is. But now I don't really know where she's at because I scared her away.
And what did you do?
I was blindly angered, and I just lost my cool, and I yelled at her.
And why did you yell at her about?
She was trying to pick an armor for me, and although I was not in the right mind to judge her, I wanted to at least decide for myself for what I wanted to have.
Okay. So, instead of calmly, like, trying to calm her down, you decided to match her energy, I guess?
More like I sound way too much like my mother.
And what does your mother do? Like, to reflect upon what you did?
Well, can I roll a history check to see if I actually remember exactly what my mother was like, or is this like stuff I already know?
Yeah, it will be stuff you already know. I mean, it would be fresh in Adam's mind.
Let's just say that she is quite quite a pickle of a person.
Okay.
Like She's very easy to anger. She acts very very authoritarian about things.
Very old school about the approach, huh?
Like we're talking like we're talking like you know she about like the stereotypical elvish royalty stereotype. Like you know the stereotypical noble people.
Eh, I don't know about elves, but one of my fathers, Howie, is maybe not as strict, but I get the idea.
She's like that. I blew up with so much anger that I just screamed at her just to stop.
Hmm. And do you regret yelling at her?
I do.
All right. So
There's not my place to yell at her.
no. I would say it could have been handled better. That being said, I think that you do have an opportunity to just talk to her the next time you see her.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. So I guess everyone's got their share yet?
Yes, I believe my wife had distributed the gold, I think, last night. I believe.
Yes,
so.
you all got your 1,000 gold last night.
Yep.
Oh, 1,000.
And then, yes, you all got 1,000 from the tournament, and then, who's his face? The goblin
Was
gave
400.
you another 400, so that was split by 100. So you all got 1,100 gold.
Okay. I guess actually with like I was just gonna be like, I guess you're right. I think I'm gonna go take a bit of a walk and probably get myself some new equipment to handle with.
Hey, if you actually need some. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bud.
If you want to come along, I could just need some time to reflect.
Hey, that's fine. I mean, if you want, I could take you to the Gastons. I think they just started their shops up.
Sure.
All right.
I'll pay for all of it. So.
Nah. Hey, I mean, simple repairs. I think I could cover. Anything else, it's on you.
Trust me. I guess I could probably explain my thoughts about the whole noble thing that's been going on in my head.
I mean, I think I can't really relate too much about nobility. I mean, between you and me, technically, I'm a prince as well. But
yeah, and you know, when I heard that I was the next that at some point I had to take the throne, I just couldn't stop thinking what I could try to do to help the family.
Well, I can't really tell you on a ruler aspect, but I can at least tell you about making the decisions that not just help yourself, but the people around you. And it's not going to be easy decisions when it does.
It definitely won't be. No decision is too hard.
I would say there's going to be a lot of difficult decisions. It's how you handle it is what's going to determine whether or not you end up being a good ruler or, well, as you say, like your mother.
Indeed.
All right, let's go, kiddo. Let's get you geared up.
Yeah.
All right. And I would say,
By the way, have you ever seen a Drakeborn before, or some sort of like? Have you ever seen anybody play around with a drake before?
I've seen dragons before, bud. I have my fair share of history with dragons.
But you've never seen anybody bond with one before, or ever had a friendship with it?
Sort of, kind of. Maybe not dragons per se, but
almost like familiars.
Yeah, there we go. That's the word.
This is almost completely different. And he's going to summon it.
Ah, Drake.
Yeah. He's a friend of mine. I've bonded with him since I was a kid.
What's his name?
I call him Christo.
Christo? Alright. I think this is a good start. You know? At least you got someone to bounce off words with, even if I can probably assume that he doesn't speak common.
He doesn't speak common. I've been trying to teach him a few words here and there, and It's difficult. It's like he's
A toddler.
in a way, he's more so still a child.
Yep. Yeah, I get that. But trust me when I say, you start teaching a child to talk, you'll never get them to shut up.
At least he understands the same way on how I feel.
I mean, most kids definitely pick up on it.
That's true.
All right, but it's gonna be the Gastons.
Yeah.
And you might want to put that dragon away, though. You don't want to.
Don't worry, he won't hurt anybody. He won't hurt anyone unless I tell him.
Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily worried about him hurting people, but people see a dragon flying around, they might want to try to take it, if you know what I mean.
Right. And he's going to unsummon him, I guess.
There we go.
Which I guess that still completely consumes my use.
Yeah, for funsies, we can say it doesn't.
Yeah, it's just, I would say just bonding, it doesn't. So.
Alright then. I guess we'll start heading over to the Gastons then.
Alright. And I think now let's switch over to Roos, since he's the last one to wake up.
Roosy boy, what are you doing? Nice.
Okay, I'm not muted. I have a habit of muting myself and not unmuting.
Mhm.
I always like to check. But he wakes up after a long, horrendous sleep. Bangs under his eyes, bags under his eyes, and his hair's kind of messed up. First, he goes to kind of get himself together, doing his hair and not having bags under his eyes, which I would just imagine just like little kind of flame warts.
Mm-hmm.
But after all that, he grabs his vest, which he's still gonna be annoyed that he has to fix it, and he heads downstairs.
Alright. You head downstairs, and just before you hit the tavern area, you actually do see Juliet coming in with your jacket.
And Hazel's running full tilt towards the cafeteria. Hazel!
What?
I've told you before that you're gonna trip again.
No, I won't. Not today, at least. I'll be fine. I won't trip over anyone this time.
This time, you still haven't apologized to Steve.
Well, I tried to, but he kept screaming.
Because you jumped on him, honey.
Yes! I thought he could give me a ride.
You have to ask first.
I did afterwards.
You... She can't keep a straight face as she chuckles at her child. And her eyes go to the staircase and she sees Roos. Ah, Mr. Roos. Splendid
I
timing.
just kind of shakes his head and says, "Oh, Juliet, it's coincidence to see you now.
Indeed.
Hazel's as energetic as ever, it seems."
Oh yeah. Not even the ice can slow her down.
I was a bit surprised if anything slows her down.
Me too. I believe this is yours, and she hands out the jacket. And you see it's very clean. Actually, cleaner than when you left it. It looks like it's been neatly folded, cleaned up, and you notice a tear that had been very tiny tear that had been along one of the seams has been repaired.
Pardon me if I'm hallucinating, because I just woke up. But did you maintain this while I was gone?
Yeah. I mean, you
Oh.
seem to care a lot about your clothes. And her eyes drift to the rip on your vest. Mostly.
Oh. Oh, yeah, he kind of holds up the vest and kind of puts it on his shoulder. Yeah, no, that got sliced open by a hellbird.
I could probably fix that for you.
It would be nice, but I mean, you already maintained my jacket. It looks like you fixed up a small hole I didn't even notice.
Yeah, no, I mean, literally, it would take me a few seconds. Here, let me show you. And she holds out her hand.
Bruce, after kind of putting on his jacket, uh, hands her the vest.
Darn, I was gonna do something fun with that, but um, she, you see her unfold it and kind of put the rip back to where it would be neat. Um, and
Bruce kind of looking over her shoulder.
she takes her hand, and you see her put 2 fingers on each side of the crease, and they start to glow faintly as she slowly draws it down the crease, and you notice the tear is mending itself as she goes until she reaches the bottom. There. See? Just a few. She turns, and you find yourselves very close. Seconds.
Uh, uh, Bruce kind of backs away for a moment, like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Here you go.
Thank you, thank you.
Kamui's been teaching me some magic. And
I see, she invited me for a sewing session. So we could share techniques.
mm, oh, you've been incited. Juliet kind of tilts her head at you. You have no idea how to sew, do you?
Absolutely not.
My advice is best be honest about it.
Well, listen, I already said I'm passing.
Our
So basically, I the road for the scenario that she's gonna figure out I don't know how to sew for crap. I can't help myself. I guess you call me a pathological liar.
well, I think we all tell fibs every now and then.
Just kind of looks over, and kind of looks for Hazel.
Oh, she's gone. You hear you hear
You
from
hear
the
the pattering of
cafeteria.
feet.
You hear, Miss Augustine, I'm hungry. Child, wait your turn. Ah. You know, it's a good thing this place is so safe. Otherwise, I would never be able to keep up with her.
I'm surprised you can keep up with her at all.
I surprise myself with that too. Not easy, let me tell you, but Kamui and Zafira lend a hand. Hazel and Jericho get along like a house on fire. So,
I can't imagine once uh, Rosie goes that they'll be the three dramatic duo.
yeah, Rosemary. I do not envy them. I mean, love them to death, and she's precious. But if Hazel sneezed lightning on top of being so energetic, I think I'd drink myself to an early grave.
If you guys ever looks back at this, when she said Rosemary, he tenses up. His tail is kind of like stand pointed upward for a few seconds before coming back down.
Juliet looks
Yes,
at...
I don't think I would. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you finish.
I don't think I could handle a child like that.
Hmm. I mean, Kabui's got experience. I mean, after 4 children, you'd think
And
a magic baby wouldn't be much.
and she's absolutely terrifying.
She's pretty cute once you get to know her. You know, if you can. Don't mind the surprise magical
Cute in a
bursts.
very destructive way.
Oh, hey, Blake. I didn't realize you were here.
Yeah.
Are
Hey.
Don't you have a
Read a book.
tiefling to be going to?
I'm wanting to eat and then do other things. What's in my pile of books?
There's a table not too far from there. Point is, I'm trying to say, try not to listen in.
when you turn back to Juliet Roos, she's looking at you with a thoughtful expression. Say, you want to see another magic trick?
I've seen plenty, so show me.
All right, let me see your hand.
Okay. Reese gives her his hand.
You hold it palm up, and her other hand kind of does little circles around it, and she fumbles it a little, but so you see the trick. But a small bottle comes out of her sleeve and lands on your palm. Ta-da! And you see it's a shot of Fireball whiskey, which I assume exists in this universe because I don't know
It
other
does.
alcohols.
Yeah, it's Fireball.
Bruce chuckles and says, all right. Nice trick, but I saw through it. Kind of fumbled the arm trick.
Yeah, it's been a while, so
Well, I can show you how to actually do it. And he takes the same fireball, and he's going to flick his hand, but the fireball goes into his sleeve, and it's going to appear in the other hand in a few instances later.
you and my dad would have made quite the killing.
You're dead.
He was a con man like you. We'd wander from town to town. He'd pull his tricks. I'd sneak through the crowd, pickpocketing people.
A woman like you used to pickpocket.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest life. I wanted to get out of it as soon as possible. I wanted something more stable. But then I go and marry a mercenary, so maybe I'm just not that attracted to stability.
Oh.
That's the easy.
I know how that feels. Having this, well, having a pickpocket or scrounge up enough coin to even get food.
Yeah. Even
Ooh.
after getting married, Rome and I didn't have much. And plus, he was gone most of the time, so. Wasn't the greatest life, but we got by.
I had a life like that once.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sure, it wasn't particularly easy. I used to work at a tavern, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, bartender.
You don't say.
I mean, if it wasn't for my own personal alcohol collection. No, I worked at the Rosewood Tavern.
Rosewood. Afraid it doesn't ring a bell. That didn't happen to be in Revon, did it?
Probably. I don't remember anymore.
Hmm.
It wasn't a very popular tavern. Honestly, people there kind of sucked. Type of tavern that you would only see kind of hard mercenaries come in.
Ah. Who knows? Maybe you met my husband once.
Maybe. But I would do like tricks and performances with friends and whatnot to kind of have more than just mercenary groups come in and check out the place. That was
Hmm.
probably the only reason that business was still standing.
I'm sure they were sad to lose you.
Yeah. And I was happy to leave. Oh, once.
Well, I think I've taken up enough
But,
of your time.
oh, no, it's fine. I quite enjoy talking to you. The kind of breathtaking from a group I run with.
You don't seem like such bad people.
Oh, no, we're not, but it can be a bit much.
Fair enough, but from the cafeteria you hear, Hazel, what did I tell you? It was right there! Oh, shit.
Okay, let's go check.
Yeah. If you'd like, you're welcome to join us for breakfast. I'm sure Hazel would be delighted.
Oh, that kid. So energetic yet so young.
And you two walk
Alright,
into
come on, let's go make sure she didn't grab the robot again.
you hear
If she does,
robotic
I might have to pay repairs.
you hear robotic wails coming from the cafeteria.
Okay, yep, I think that's our time to brush it.
Oh yeah. And you two rush into the cafeteria.
All right. I think this is a good time to transition back over to Tanefi. You and Quite had yourself a very good breakfast. You had omelets with a side of toast and some freshly squeezed orange juice.
Woo.
Yes.
Yes.
Scurvy today, boys.
Yep. You were full, energetic, and you didn't have to pay for it.
It's
Best
a
kind of
free
meal.
Yeah. Quite with a full stomach, looks over at you. She looks at her sundial. She kind of like looks over back at you, points to the sundial.
Okay. Yeah. Let's head out. Let's do this before we don't do this anymore.
All right. I would say you and Quite both make your way to Maplewood, and as you get deeper into the town.
Before you
Oh.
leave,
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Kamui catches you on your way out. Tanafi, are you heading out somewhere?
Yeah. I got some church business to attend to, and I don't know how to get there, so I have asked Quite for assistance.
Are you two heading to Maplewood?
I look at Quite because
She
I have no
nods.
idea if we're.
She nods, yes.
We're heading to Maplewood.
Oh, fantastic. Would you be willing to do me a favor while you're there? I put in a dress order at, I forgot what's the tailor shop's name.
Give me 1 second. I think it was something. I have to actually look at it real quick. Big conversation while I find it.
The tailor shop. I can never remember what the name is. I put in a dress order for a ball that's coming up in a few weeks. And I was wondering if you could check on it for me?
Yeah, I can check on it, but she kind of like cocks her head and kind of like puts like kicks the dirt and goes, "What kind of ball are you talking about?"
Force is having one in, a month or so? Honestly,
Are we allowed to attend the ball?
maybe. If you're on your best behavior until then.
I've been on my best behavior. Saphira just doesn't know it.
Don't worry, dear. I'll see. I'll see about asking Forrest if we can get some more invitations. I
That
mean,
would be delightful.
it's a big ball with dignitaries from all over.
I'm a dignitary, I think.
Yeah, honestly, come to think of it, I think your father will be attending.
He should get a plus. I am going to call my father, or try. We'll see how my signal works. I'm going to call my father. Maybe he can get me a plus. Wait, is it outside of Eden or is it inside of Eden?
The ball?
Yeah.
It's inside of even. It's in Cromwell.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah, I'll pick up your dress for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
And
no
she
problem.
sends you on your way.
Tanapi's even chipper now. She's way more chipper thinking about a ball now.
All right. And I'm sorry, I'm still looking for the name of it. The Right
Don't
Fit.
worry
That's
about
what it's
it.
called. I got it. It's called the Right Fit.
Ah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we will go to the right fit after the church because I don't want to carry around a dress while going there.
All right. I would say at this point you do make your way to Maplewood, and you said you're heading to the Right Fit first.
No, I want to head afterwards because I don't want to
Oh,
carry
after.
a dress around inside the church.
Oh, yep, fair enough. Okay. So, you end up heading deeper into town, and you do hear the sound of many people talking, like voices in the distance. When you get closer, you do end up going, and you do see the church. And, like, you do see, like, a new sign that's put up that says the United Reclaimers Clergy. And right next to the church itself, it seems like framework for an addition. Several dwarfs are working on it. You hear, like, one loud dwarf in the distance saying, "Cindy, Mindy, bring this over here. Sandy, help your sisters out." And you do see, like, a couple of the priestesses just kind of, like, nearby. Some of them are pretty excited, while there's one that's just kind of, like, disgusted, like, kind of impatient almost.
Quite, do you see that? They're building a church in my name. Oh. The others won't take me as crap now that they see this.
She holds up her arm as if she's like flexing her arm, like, and points over to you.
Yes, I am strong, thank you. Man, too bad that church isn't open yet. We would have, like, way better help, I think. But I do need a time more at church, so hopefully they're not too mad at me.
Okay, so you head. I assume you're heading closer. Talk to some of the priestess. Okay,
Yep.
you end up going near the priestess. You quite just kind of like shudders a little bit as she knows the one that is doing a lot of the yelling at the dwarfs. She's just kind of like complaining almost as she does. Okay, I'm going to let you take care of that one.
Oh, why do we have to get a bunch of drunkards to build our
Excuse
church?
me. These are some of my finest daughters that know how to build. You will not find any better builders.
Yeah, you're short.
Yes, I am short, and you're tall. What's the difference?
Nah. She
Nah.
turns and sees Tanafi and Quiet and goes, "Oh, great. Now the beast is back and it's brought a savage." Yeah, I'm making her
Tanafi?
really aggressive.
Yeah.
Daphne looks around, and she looks at the church, and she looks at Quiet and goes, "Are we in the right place? Because this doesn't seem very church-like."
She slowly nods. You see that her ears are down, just kind of like she's withdrawn in herself.
Do you actually, like, whatever it
She's
is that church
depressed.
people do here?
I am a dedicated cleric of Lumos, I think.
Yeah, Lumos.
And because I am such a benevolent cleric, I will tolerate your presence in this church. What can I do for you?
Is there, like, cleric of Timora I can speak to? Because you're giving off, like, bad vibes, and I don't want you to, like, harsh my vibe.
You're harshing my mellow, man. Why do you keep bumping down? Weird. Ew. Well, I suppose there's Janet.
I'd love to speak to Janet. I don't know who you are, but you are, like, really rude.
Ugh, says the savage.
Says the one who puts stereotypes on people.
Mm-hmm. There's a lightning bolt that shoots between you and her as the tension flares. And Claude, who's Janet? I just made that up on the spot.
Okay, she is human. She looks to be like Very young, like probably late teens, like 19, going on 20. She's got like short black hair, and you see on her sigil it is the symbol of Timora.
All right, sister bitch, we got this. Why don't you go yell at the trees some? Fine. And the racist cleric walks off because I don't want to do her anymore.
Now hold on. We're just going to have plenty of words to speak.
But look, buddy pal, would you rather her go yell at some trees and you guys can work in peace, or would you rather keep fighting with her?
Fine. You will go smolder, you dragon.
Anyway, hey, I'm the priestess of Timora. What can I do for you?
Oh my gosh, Janet, hi. I like you so much better, mostly because I think I just heard you call her sister bitch, and that was so funny.
What? No, me?
I don't care. She deserved it. Anyway, my name is Tin, and she stops for a second, and she goes, "My name's Tiff, and I might have done something or another that might have made Timora mad at me at a different time. I have currently looked into other gods to serve, but I think I might have done something that might not have been as forgivable as the rest, and I don't know what to do. Mostly because I don't know much about Timora to begin with. Technically, I was following her because, I was following in my mother's footsteps, and now I'm branching out, and I think what I did to branch out might have been a no-no, and I got a problem on my hands."
Well, I mean, must have been quite the no-no. I mean, Timora's generally a pretty forgiving goddess, you know? I mean, sometimes it's all about balance. So, Tiff, you said, maybe are you just in a spot of bad luck right now? Because we get a lot of people who are like, oh, everything was going so well and now it's going so poor. Did I make Timora mad? But really, that's just it's just how it goes sometimes.
So, funny you should say is, I haven't experienced any bad luck yet, I assume, but I think when a Reaper tells you your luck has ran out and then toss a really ugly coin at you, I think that means something bad's going to happen.
If you're fucking with Reapers, I think that's a little out of our jurisdiction.
I didn't fucking with any Reapers, okay? That guy came and fucked with me.
Well, see, here, okay, so I think I can help you, maybe. 'Cause you see, Tiff.
Oh god, he knows who I am.
Well, you know, like I said, Timor is pretty forgiving, but say if you were to, I don't know, desecrate her temple, maybe turn it into a brothel, she'd be a little mad about that. I'm not, I'm just saying as an example. Maybe.
Why? I thought the hat was gonna work. Why didn't you tell me it wasn't gonna work?
She shrugs like she doesn't she is just as confused as you are, and she's actually kind of surprised that this cleric knows.
Sorry, Tanafi, but Timora's real mad at you, and she made sure all the priestess know
that it was a nat 20 news broadcast.
Yeah, so she knows everything.
Oh my god.
I'm still gonna wear the hat because it's really cute.
Oh, it's a really great hat on you. That really goes well with your outfit.
Listen, if it's any salvation to me, I was just told to bring in followers, and I honestly thought I was doing a good job. But...
Yeah, Tanafi, hun. Brothel doesn't count as followers. They're not there worshipping Timora. They're there getting fucked.
Yeah, off the power of Timora. I mean,
no, that's not how that works, hun. Maybe
how it works.
Maybe if you had every client say a prayer to Timora before they partook, then maybe she could have let it slide, because that's a lot of prayers,
I'm really confused. I thought they were praying. They were saying, "Oh God, Timora."
No, well, see, that doesn't count as a prayer. Trust me, I know that doesn't count as a prayer.
So, what can I do to fix this? Because I feel like I was misinformed.
Let me think. Let me see. Well, have you been sending prayers to Timora every day, asking for atonement?
I thought you don't have to pray to the god you don't worship anymore.
Hey, well, I mean, the gods like it when you pray to them, even if you don't. Well, see, that's also the thing. If you don't worship her anymore, what does she have to care about you? You know?
I mean, I have no idea, and I'm just gonna pull the coin back out of my pocket and show her, and I'm like, but obviously I made her really mad, and I don't know what to do about it.
She looks at the coin for a second, and then she goes, "Oh, dude, you fucked up. You fucked up."
That's
Yeah,
what
this.
Janet,
Yeah.
you don't understand. I am here to try and fix a fuck up. I'm trying to ask for some advice. I don't know what to do.
Well, I mean, shit, man. Hold on. Let me think of something. She pulls out a book and just kind of thumbs through it. Okay, so like you fucked up real bad, and this is something that normal prayers aren't going to cover anymore. Which I still recommend you do because I think it'd show like your goodwill. Show you're remorseful, even if you're not, But what you're gonna have to do is, if you want her to forgive you, you're gonna have to like embark on a pilgrimage.
I'm in jail and now I have to go on a pilgrimage?
I mean, you don't have to do it right now. I'm sure Timora gets the situation. Like, so, Timora's not like one of those uptight gods who is like, I don't care about your personal life. You have to follow my will. I'm sure she'll be like, okay, you've got stuff going on. I'll just sprinkle a little bad luck on you. But like, I would recommend we got something here called the Templar pilgrimage. Something about atoning for past sins, pretty grievous. And like, look, Timora might be mad, but let's be honest, let's be real. In the grand scheme of things, a temple into a brothel is not the most heinous of crimes.
Exactly. I was trying to do
But
some good.
I mean, I'm sure the clients who went there were all had such a great time. I'm
They
sure
did.
you provided like an invaluable service, but Timora didn't like it, and probably, judging from the fact that she gave you a literal coin to represent how disdained she is, I would say, yeah, find out more about this Templar pilgrimage, and maybe do that. Or not.
Who do I talk to about the Templar pilgrimage? And if you
Ugh.
say bitch cleric, I'm gonna be really upset because I don't want to talk to her again.
Oh, fuck if I know. I don't think anyone here would know anything. I mean, this isn't even a book about pilgrimages. This is 101 easy recipes to do in an easy bake oven.
Janet, do you want a book
I
about
love this
pilgrimage?
priest.
Do you want a book about pilgrimages, or do you want like, I don't know, a book of the gods, that have like this stuff? Because I don't know if
I
having an
mean,
easy bake oven book is like something you should be pretending to read out of.
hey, first off, don't diss the easy bake oven.
I don't
That
even know
shit.
how to cook.
Well, that's your problem. Second off, we do have a Bible, so don't worry about that. Thirdly, I'm not really sure who you should be talking to about pilgrimages. I just got here. Maybe Mandy, but she's busy.
I have another question.
Yeah,
Is
what's
there
up?
a way to get, and she's gonna whisper this part because in case she's close, is there a way to get bitch cleric fired? Because that's no one to have inside a church.
I know, look, we've been trying to fire her for years, but she keeps coming back. We just kind of decided maybe Lumos thinks it's funny. No one really pays attention to her anymore. We just kind of tell her to go yell at trees and it works. Trying to get her stationed in a very remote church, but then,
What is she?
well,
A reverse
here's the thing.
Lorax?
See, here's the thing. The problem is, we send her to another church, and then she gets driven out of that town, comes back to this church, rinse and repeat. We're working on a monastery now, somewhere out in the mountains, where no one else is. But yeah.
Has anyone ever thought of like trying to silence her?
I mean, I'm sure other people have, not us, because we're priests, you know. We're all like, oh, no murder, unless you like worship a war god.
Oh, I meant to spell silence. I'm not trying to kill her.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's not a bad idea. We could give her a bracelet and be like, hey, bitch cleric, this is a gift from all of us, and we just love for you to have it. But she doesn't know that it's a silence spell, and so she just keeps trying to yell at people, and she can't. Man, Tanafi, that's great. If I were Timora, I'd forgive you right now.
Janet, I am so happy to hear you say that. And I'm
But
going
I'm
to
not
let Timora
Timora.
know that you said that, so maybe that I have like references that people know I'm a good person.
No, I mean,
I'm
you
gonna
can
say
try.
Janet, the cleric of Timora, said I was a good person, I had good ideas, and that I'm gonna add you to my resume of forgiveness.
All right, sure. Did you need anything else? Because I think that's about all I can tell you.
No, I'm gonna turn to quiet and be like, do you know anything about pilgrimages?
Give me 1 second. Let me make that religion check. Wow, she surprisingly does. And how can I articulate this as a mute person? So she kind of like takes a
nod.
nearby. Well, she actually takes her finger. You see like a ball of light kind of like appear, and she kind of like draws in the ground right there, and she makes a stick figure of you. You know, she makes arrows that says you, and then like a path that kind of like swirls and like several different circles like around and kind of like lines in between such circles until the final one is kind of like a square with several lines in the center and another thing that says temple. And she points to the stick figure of you and kind of goes on that line and then taps that temple image.
Okay, we're gonna roll a general intelligence roll to see if I understand what this means.
Yes.
Okay, Tanafi's looking, she's nodding. And she's like, okay, so you're saying if I want to be super skinny, I have to go and do a bunch of spins that'll take me to a temple-like workout place, and then I can get skinny again, and that's how Tarmara will forgive me.
So Quiet just kind of looks at you, just slowly shakes her head no.
But you drew me so skinny. How was I not supposed to think that?
He looks over at Janet, just kind of and then points to the picture. She kind of looks over at Janet with the look that says, "Can you help?"
Oh shit. Hey. Let's see. So yeah, it's pretty close to it, I'd say. I got distracted. Yeah, like a pilgrimage is just you go on a holy journey. And no, that's a crusade. We don't do those anymore. Yeah, you just gotta walk a long ways to a temple, and then you get there and you have a spiritual vision, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I've wasted my life, and then, yeah. Sorry, I was not paying attention. I got distracted by my dog.
It's okay. It was more like Quiet giving instructions on what a pilgrimage is and like how it works. She shakes her shoulders, be like, close enough.
Yeah, it's about how it goes.
I don't know if I'm allowed to go on a pilgrimage while in prison.
I mean, you don't have to do it right now. Like, you know what? Let me see if I can talk to Timora. I'm gonna channel divinity, try and talk to my god.
Make a religion check for me, and it is a +2 for her.
You got a 14.
I'm there
Okay,
for so
14.
many jokes I've held myself from saying.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna.
Please send them to me, Roos.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I have a joke that I want to share. I have a joke.
Yeah, but you're not here, so give it a second.
give me 1
You
second.
can send them to me as well, Sonic. I will accept all jokes.
I know. Yeah. Oh, well, I shared it in memes. I think it's so fucking.
It's a very good one.
So, for,
Tanafi, or Timora calling out Tanafi.
There you go.
So yeah, I know, but like, no, I get that. Look, is it really that? Okay, you don't need to yell. Jeez. Yeah, Tamora's pretty pissed at you.
Tell me something I don't know, Janet. Tell me what I need to do.
she just said you need to learn your lesson. Like, she wasn't very specific. I don't know what lesson she was talking about.
Janet, you need to tell her that I'm too dense to know what the underlying meaning to a message is.
Yeah, you and me both. Hold on, let me see.
1 second.
Hey!
There you go. There you go.
go.
This is what happens when you converse with gods. It takes some time.
Eat from the tree. Start
Then,
thinking
like,
about
grab
what you.
Shut!
Womp,
Sorry,
womp.
I'm getting my riddle.
Okay, time's up.
Alright.
You ate from the tree. Start thinking about what you did. Did you steal Timora's apples? Does Timora have apples? I don't
I
know.
ate from the tree. You know,
What is
there's
this,
a
the
lot of
cookie
trees
garden
I
leader?
have probably ate from in my life. I don't
Yeah,
know
me
anything on
too.
them. I'm pretty sure some of them made me a little loopy. I'm really not sure what trees I've ate from.
Yeah, that's. I've eaten a lot of apples, a lot of stuff from trees, a lot of nuts.
Exactly.
What is this, Garden of Eden?
We are in Eden. I mean,
Oh,
you know, something. Oh, hold on. Okay, but I still. Fine, I'll tell her. You would think after getting that boon that she would have gained some wisdom.
Boone?
I don't know, that's what she said.
Boone. I have wisdom. My wisdom's pretty great.
Well, I get it! Alright, and start using it. After a lot of cursing.
I am.
Man,
I feel like this would be easier if I just knew what it was.
me too.
I don't even
But,
know what a boon is.
I think it's like a monkey of some kind.
No, that's a baboon.
Oh. Huh.
why it's like grabbing her head and like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm surrounded by idiots.
Well, that's about all I can tell you, I'm afraid.
Yeah, give me 1 second. There's actually one more. I'm typing it out.
Yeah, hold on. Is your connection clear? Like, okay, jeez. You know, you're being really salty today. Yeah, you are.
Oh.
Okay. See, you should. Why not just start with that? What's with you gods and your cryptic fucking messages? Just say what you mean. Jeez. Anyway, you desecrated the temple, and so the blessing that you and your family received is now gone. Oh shit! So you fucked up for more than one person.
Wait, why would they do that? It's not their fault that they weren't smart enough to do stuff.
Huh?
Yeah,
I mean-
the brothel was my idea. They can't take credit for my own business ventures.
I mean, I guess I don't. I mean, well, this, you know.
It's my
I don't
fuck up. Only I get the fuck up.
Exactly, quite. I mean, that's just what she said. You desecrated the temple. Now you and your family are fucked.
Why the whole family, though? They're against my actions despite them being what I thought was a good idea at the time.
Well, sometimes the gods can be dicks, you know.
I don't think that's very fair. For someone as chill as you say Timora is, she's really like acting like she's on the rag right now.
I mean, yeah, maybe. But it's I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm like maybe it's just a little bit of bad luck for them. Like maybe they'll trip over some shoelaces while you get stabbed. Maybe most of the bad luck went to you, which still sucks for you. But at least your family's not getting that. Maybe, or maybe they will just be average. Maybe they were really lucky before, and now they're just not. Yeah.
My dad's probably gonna call me eventually, and I'm gonna have to ignore it.
Sucks to be you, I guess.
I was gonna call him about the ball, but now that I think about it, I might just see about some other resources.
Oh man, I love balls.
Me too. But I thought my dad might get invited and I could be his +1 so I could get in too. But now I don't even want to talk to him if he might be experiencing some bad luck and then he's gonna blame it on me. And I mean, like, okay, maybe it is somewhat my fault, but like.
Well, open communication is important in any relationship, whether it be platonic or romantic or familial. So, like, I don't know, maybe you should talk with your dad.
Last time I talked to him, he told me he was disappointed.
Oh, it sucks, man.
Yeah, now I'm just gonna make it even more easy for him to be disappointed in me because I took away all the luck.
Well, I mean, you know what? Maybe he'd be proud of you for owning up to it. Like, maybe he'd be a little sad that he's not lucky anymore, but like he'd be like, "Man, you came and told me yourself. I'm so proud of you."
Maybe.
And then he'll give you a sticker.
Do you know who my dad is?
Not really.
He is a warlord.
Oh, shit.
I might be his daughter, but who knows whose head will be on the stake after that one.
Oh, come on now. I mean, was he a good dad?
Oh yeah, he was a great dad until he cut off all my money and made me go experience the world for myself.
Well, how'd that turn out for you?
Well, I don't know, Janet. Maybe I wouldn't be cursed by Tamora right now if it worked out better.
Oh, you got a point there.
Man,
right.
Maybe the cleaning robot was right. I am a mess.
Well, you know what? It's fine. Recycling. You could be recycled. You're not trash. You're recycling.
Just take out the old one and put in the new one.
Yeah.
My sister's gonna be pissed too.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I might need to start praying. I don't think I've prayed before. We're gonna start praying.
Well, that's kind of important when you're a cleric. Maybe that's also why Tamora is pretty mad at you.
I just wanted a sugar mama or a sugar daddy. That's all I wanted. I thought luck meant I get a lot of money, and I did at some point, but now I'm in jail.
Yeah.
But maybe that's where my luck started. My bad luck, anyway.
Probably. Sounds like your life kind of sucks.
Oh, it was great up until now.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. You want some mushrooms?
Tanafi just shoots her look and goes, like, mushroom?
Janet reaches into her pouch pocket and pulls out some fly amanita. Yeah, I found these earlier. I don't know what they do, but just mushrooms. They're pretty.
Don't worry. She's gonna slowly grab them from her hand and go, I'm a scientist. I will run my own experiment.
Oh, awesome. Oh, man. You must be so smart being both a scientist and a cleric. That's
For
awesome.
sure. I'm gonna
Somebody
start one of my
researches herself.
conductive researches now, and she
Okay.
pops one in her mouth.
Make me a con save, please.
Oh shit! We're gonna see how this goes with my con save.
Alright. Okay, wait,
is
what was
a
it? What was it called?
It's a fly amanita.
Alright, I need to look it up. Like, what kind of
I
mushroom
hope I don't
it
die.
does.
Please don't die. Please don't. Okay, I got an 18.
Well, no berserker rage for you.
Yeah, you're fine. It's a little.
about to die.
Yeah, it's disgusting, but you're fine.
You feel a tingle, and you feel like kind of energized. And, like you could go for a run, but like it's not too hard.
Oh man, these things are super scary. I want to exercise right now.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, I thank you for your help, Janet. Maybe we can like get a drink sometime and hang out and chill. You seem solid. I don't like bitch cleric. We can hang out anytime though.
So I don't know if I'm allowed to drink, but I don't know if I'm allowed to do mushrooms either. So who cares?
Well, you say bitch cleric and you cuss, so I think you're already halfway there. I drink
Ah,
all the
shit,
time
you're
when
right.
I drank and did shrooms when I worked at Time Warner, and I didn't even pray. The last straw was brothel. So I mean, I feel like you'd be okay.
Probably. But all right, y'all have a good day now. I'll see you later,
Yes.
Quite.
She waves bye.
Ugh.
And then she looks over at Tanafi and just kind of like, well, that went well. Well, she's giving you that face.
It had its ups, it's had its downs, but now I'm up again. I gotta pick up that dress. Yes, I gotta pick up the dress, so we'll swing by and grab the dress.
Alright. You head over to the right fit where you do see Madame Perfa just kind of like, just standing outside. Well, hello, darlings. Welcome back to the perfect fit.
Hello, hello. I'm here to pick up Kamui's dress.
Oh, yes, that's right. Give me 1 second, darling. And she ends up going back inside of her shop. And after about like 2 or 3 minutes, she comes out with a very large bag. She kind of like hands it over to you. Okay, there you go. Give my regards to Lady Kamui. Mwah.
All right, I will. Mwah. And I just.
Mwah.
Okay, I'm not blowing another one. It seems a little too intimate.
Well, I mean, I don't care. I'm very intimate with a lot of people, darling.
Taffy ponders for a second. I might be back later. You got a lot of money, right?
Perhaps. Wink.
Taffy's eyes light up. Not at the thought that she might have a lover, but the thought that that lover might give her money.
She's in love for all the wrong reasons.
Getting by a cougar.
I mean, yeah, she's an older lady. She's an older lady. So.
Tanafi just kind of bats her lashes as she kind of turns and walks away.
Her lashes have been batted the whole time. All right. So I would say let's now jump over to Adam. So at this point, Adam, Saphira's taking you to the other end of Eternal's Rest, where a workshop is in place. You do hear the clings and clangs of hammer on metal, like the sound of a flame in the distance. And when you get there, you do see a man, a human man, probably about in his late 30s, jet black hair that is kind of like slicked back, apron. His hands, face are all covered in oil and soot, and behind him is a boy probably about, I want to say like 15, 16 years old. He's currently working on a sword, it looks like, and the man kind of looks over to you. Ah, Mr. Saphira, welcome. And who's this have you brought with me? This is one of my newest volunteers. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Adam Truefall. I'm pretty sure you have heard about the company called Truefall Smitheries.
Nope, never heard of him.
Right, right, different island.
Well, I mean, I'm actually not from Eden either. I'm actually on the opposite end of the globe. So forgive me if I haven't heard of it.
No, it's all right. I'm gonna give myself actually a bit more fine equipped.
You come to the right place. We just actually got done setting up shop. My boy Claude and I are very good artificers, and we can get you some weapons or armor or pretty much any types of gear that you could think of.
Perfect.
Yeah. First one's on the house. For what Saphira has been telling me, he plans on giving you like one piece of gear of your choice, and it will take a bit before it's done, but depending on like how you want it, and if you have, that's another thing. If you actually have materials that you gain from your journeys, you could always bring it back, and I can try to work it into the gear.
Of course. Right. First things first, I'm gonna need a better sword than this. As she holds up the rapier.
May I take a look?
Yep, he's gonna show it to him.
All right. He ends up looking at the rapier. He kind of like bends the blade a little bit, just kind of like seeing. Yeah, you could definitely use a little bit of sharpening. Let's see.
Well,
Do you? Hmm?
I'm not sure how well you are at making finesse weapons.
I've been studying artisanry for about, I want to say 5 years now. So, I mean, I think I can get the hang of it, depending on what you want to do with it.
He's actually gonna look over to the long swords for a second. He's gonna be like, "Can you make that as finesse as this?"
Oh, you're talking about those longswords? Yeah, we'll have to shave it down a little bit, but we can make it into a finesse weapon.
All right. Next up, as he's actually gonna put down the crossbow and his crossbow bolts, he's gonna say, "Can I get these exchanged for a longbow and maybe some arrows?"
Sure, I can do that. Hey, Claude, can you go fetch the bow from the back? Yes, sir. Right away. All right. My boy's going to grab that for you.
All right.
Now, as for that sword, did you want it to be made with iron, steel? I just have the basics for right now, but...
Let's go with steel.
Steel? All right.
It's gonna last a little more hard. Actually, can I roll history to see if I actually know much about blacksmithing? Because my dad worked there.
Yes, go ahead and roll history.
Okay, then. So this is the only thing I am good with for my. So 1d20 plus. What is my history? Plus 3. Okay. That's a 9.
I would say you know that the general rule is iron is good for like basic gear and steel is good for durability. That's pretty much all you know.
I'd say I'm gonna go for steel.
All right.
From what I know from my dad told me, he's told me that that steel is actually a lot more durable than usual iron.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I think it's also a bit lighter.
Yeah. Now keep in mind, with the light sword, if we make it into finesse weapon, it won't deal as much damage as your traditional one, if you're okay with that.
Won't do as much. So how much are we probably talking about?
Well, I mean, if you're just exchanging the bow, so I can probably just do that fair trade. I'll take the crossbow and just give you the bow. And like I said, Saphira's paying for your first thing, so we got it.
All right. I suppose I can make that work. Just try to keep it as close to the original as possible.
All right. Now, did you want to keep the guard of the rapier?
Probably not.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Some people tend to have sentimental value when it comes to their personal weapons.
I've tried actually using hand guards before. It's not my kind of thing.
All right. We could definitely do that. And Claude comes out with a very nice bow. It's kind of like curved, curved on one end, and the arrows to match are kind of like this painted silver. It's not actual silver; it's just meant for aesthetic.
Oh, actually looks quite nice, actually.
Yeah, my boy is very good at making bows and arrows.
All right. I like this already.
Yep. Thank you.
Hey, not a problem.
All right. Is there anything else I can help you with, Adam?
Not much else from what I can tell. So.
All right. And Mr. Saphira, I'm going to be sharpening your greatsword, and here very soon, and we'll get back to you by the end of the week. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Until then, you're welcome at the shop. Our hours are between 8 and 8, so just let me know any time between that, okay, Mr. Adam?
Of course. So out of character, what type of, how many arrows are there?
So there are 20 arrows currently.
20 arrows, okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So how long will that long sword variant take?
So I would say a simple job like this, Bastion kind of thinks to himself, probably about maybe 1 or 2 days. Shouldn't be too much.
That's more than enough time.
All right. Like I said, we can get that done for you.
All right then.
Also, here, he's gonna tip about 4 gold.
Ah, thank you very much. He
Hey.
pockets the gold.
Hey, anything helps.
I'm, and every little bit does help.
All right, then. Enjoy your time.
You too. Have a good day.
Yep, you too.
All right. And
He's just gonna walk outside. He's actually gonna test the bowstring a little bit without an arrow just to see how rigid it is.
why don't you come around back? We got some targets.
Of course.
All right. And going around the manor, kind of like next to the lake. The lake is beautiful at midday. You know, with the ice just kind of like glazing over top of it. There are a few sacks of hay with targets on there, and you know, Saphira kind of like sets you back, maybe about 100 feet. All right, go for it. Let's see how you do with it.
All right, so to now make an attack roll with it.
Yep, make an attack roll with it.
All right. So roll 1d20 plus plus my dexterity. That's a 17.
All right. You take some time to breathe in, breathe out, and you let loose the arrow, and it's on. It's just barely on the bullseye.
Still got it.
Hey, so you try 2 more.
Try 2 more. All right.
You know, just to properly break it in.
All right. So I'm gonna try another one.
Yep.
That's a 12.
You hit one of the white lines towards the bottom. It's fine. I mean, like I said, that's why we're breaking it in.
Yep.
Alright, once more.
That's an 8.
So, you go to fire your bow, it hits the arrow, but it recoils off of the arrow, spinning, and lands in the snow. Hey, don't beat yourself up over it. I mean, these things do take time.
Yeah, it's something I'm gonna have to get used to.
Don't be afraid of failure. You're never going to learn if you don't.
Of course. Still pretty nice though.
Have you always learned how? Who taught you how to shoot?
That's family secret.
Oh, come on. I mean, is it really that much of a secret? I mean, it's not like I'm asking you to say the combination to your vault.
It's complicated.
Trust me, I know complicated.
It's like I've learned it from someone who had used it before.
Well, I mean, that's usually how it goes. You know, a trainer, an apprentice.
Someone who had it's
Hey, it's
a
okay.
long, hard story to say.
I won't pry if it's that personal. I'm just making small talk.
Hey, it's no problem. It's just that it's something I don't really think that I should be saying because it's kind of a little bit, I don't know.
Saphira links in your mind. You know, this is probably the safer of the two.
Yeah. So he's saying that this is the safer of the two?
Yeah, meaning he's communicating through your mind right now.
Okay. So you're saying it's fine?
Hey, shoot, kid.
I guess he's actually going to show him actually the spirit, I guess, of Midana.
Huh. Neat.
He taught me.
Yes. Hello. Something about you seems familiar. Well, I hate to break it to you. Nothing about you seems familiar to me. Understandable.
Wait, you've heard about him?
Not necessarily him, but he looks like someone else. I can't put my finger on it, though. I mean, I don't really understand what you mean, buddy, but wouldn't be surprised if you knew someone in my family at one point. I mean, what are you, a ghost? And a manner speaking, yes. Right. So, this is the guy you keep in secret, huh?
Yeah, it's a family secret, essentially.
Well, I'm not going to be talking to your family anytime soon, so your secret's safe from me.
Trust me, it's best you stay away from my mother, though. she can be quite the hassle.
I mean, what could be worse than, I don't know, dragons, pygmies, and a 4-year-old that tends to be loud and bombastic?
Across the
Alright.
area, you hear,
Yeah, that.
You're right. Well, if by the time if you actually manage to finish that long sword in time, then just send it to Saphira and I'll pick it up from there.
You were talking to Saphira.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this whole time you've been talking with Saphira.
Oh yeah, sorry. So if you receive the long sword by then, just let me know and I'll come pick it up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it in your room or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably get to walking again. I just need to take some time to. You can head back to the guild if you need to. We're just gonna go do some walking.
Hey, take as much time as you need. It's not going to be
course.
easy, but I think you can find a way to not get over it, but to learn from it.
Yeah, it'll take time, but I think I am. I think I do actually owe her someone an apology, though.
That'll be a good place to start.
Yeah. Till
Alright.
next time.
Yeah, don't stay out here too long, you'll get frostbite.
Hey, don't worry. We're Wolf Kid. We've handled the cold a few times.
With no disrespect, your fur is not going to protect you in these harsh weathers.
That's true. But who knows?
I'm just messing with you at this point. Alright. You have a good one.
You too.
And...
I was just now gonna go walk on his own.
Alright. Let's hop over to Blake. And Blake, as you are studying your books and such, the tavern is more or less kind of like cleared out. You do see some people trying to get warm, some people over at the bar, and then you hear the sound of rolling wheels, and going past you is Construct 101, carrying a whole bunch of stuff. And before you even notice like what he's actually carrying, you kind of look up again, and you notice it's your stuff.
Is this the
Hey,
line?
hey, wait a minute.
Rolling. He's heading out the door and...
Hey, wait.
Whoa,
Hey,
You're going out.
Hey, what are you doing with my shit?
Hey, I told you if you leave your room a mess, your items that you have on the floor are going to the lake monster. That's including all this stuff.
And he is rolling over to the lake.
Hey, knock that off, you little shit. I'll punch you into that lake myself. Please, don't touch my shit.
Are you gonna keep your room clean then?
I'm chasing after this little bastard. That's none of your business.
I am the cleaning bot. It is my business. It is what I am told to do.
There's no voice changer.
I know, excuse me. I just now noticed.
And throwing my shit is the way to clean it?
I gave you a warning during the week. You leave things on the floor. When I clean it, I will toss it out for the sacrifice of the lake monster.
And you see him just kind of like throw your things into the lake. And you do see that box that Arcadia gave you go into the lake.
Oh, you fuck. You fuck. Is the lake frozen or is it still
Yeah, it's kind of like a layer of ice right now.
So it honestly sticks on top of
you
it.
little
Yeah,
fuck.
it's just kind of like there.
Please keep your room clean for future use. Thank you very much.
Can I grab the thing and just shake it? You little bastard.
Oh my god.
Make a
don't
strength-
poor bastard.
Make a strength check to see if you can get Construct 101.
Oh, fuck. Cool. D20. Oh, fuck. I don't have any strength. Wait, I don't get any strength. I have a Z. Hold on. I have a -1. I'm not very fit for the job.
Well, he's also small and probably doesn't have any muscle, so you might actually win this.
Let's see. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on.
Okay.
13.
All right. Luckily for you, you go to grapple him, and he's just kind of like flailing.
Ah! Let go of me! Let go of me!
If you do this again, I'm throwing you in that fucking lake. Or
If you do it again, I'll throw your
No,
stuff in the lake again!
I'll throw you in that lake, and then we'll see how long it'll take you to get out of there.
I can breathe underwater, sort of. In fact, I don't breathe at all, so I think I'll be fine.
Can you get to land?
And make me a deck save.
Wait, what?
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I wasn't gonna actually throw him. I was like,
No, but he's gonna do
I was
something
just
to show you.
oh, 1d20 plus. Hold on, 5. All right. Let's see. Hold on, 10. Oh,
So, rocky spikes appear from his wheels and pokes your stomach. You take 2 damage as.
you little fuck.
Well, you shouldn't be holding on to me when I activate my climbing ability.
I'm just gonna throw him away. I'm just like, get the fuck out of here.
Make
Fuck outta here.
make
I
me
have to
another
get
strength check to toss him into the lake.
Oh, I was gonna toss him in the lake.
Oh,
'cause I
okay.
don't want him to break in there. Yeah.
Just know you're in
Or-
Saphira's fucking house.
Yeah, just
So
I'm
you
throwing
kind of
him.
you throw him and he lands face foot first into the snow with his wheel rolling. His arms are flailing.
Help me! I can't. Oh wait, I don't need to breathe. Ah!
Like, just then Blake's focus is on the box. She's like, I need that fucking box.
Okay, so the box is in the middle, well, not in the middle of the lake, but just kind of like 30 feet deep into the lake on this thin sheet of ice along with the rest of your things. So for every 10 feet, I need you to make me a dexterity check.
Wait,
Just-
how far?
It's
how
30
far away
feet.
is it?
The box is 30 feet away. Your clothes are just kind of like scattered along the path.
Fuck. Okay. Okay, I have a plan. But alright. Well, I guess I'll what? So what do I have to roll first?
Dexterity check to see if you are careful with your footsteps not to break the ice.
Okay. I do have a bow. I guess I'll go. And if I die, oh well.
Yeah, okay, if you die, be like, hey, roll a new character if this is how Blake's story ends.
You know,
Dying
hopefully
on
not.
ice.
Well,
Oh no! Is
Walking
he about
on
to
thin
drown?
ice.
Is he about to drown?
I can
Nah.
swim, but the freezing might. Yeah, I don't really have a fire. Yeah. Okay, I'll roll my first one. Let's see. Please don't. Oh fuck.
So the moment you plant yourself into the ice, your feet falls through, and let me see about severity. So not only do you fall through the ice, you're just kind of submerged underneath it, and your entire body is soaked, and you kind of like come up from
I
the surface.
Yeah. 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 I get the shit out of there.
Yes.
Taking a moment to collect.
It is
myself.
very cold out. You are very wet currently.
Giggity.
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
so sorry.
It's
Hear
okay.
little footsteps rushing up to you, and you turn to see Hazel and Jericho running
What
up
you
to you.
doing, Mister, Miss? Oh, yeah, you're Miss. Excuse me, I'm confusing you for the other one.
I'm
Silly,
fine.
Mr.
You
Roast
little
is
shit
red.
wolf.
Why are you swimming in the
That's a
lake?
no-no
It's
word.
yeah. Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. Why are you swimming in the lake? It's very cold. Daddy says not to swim in the lake when it's cold.
I'm not swimming.
Then why are you wet?
Just trying to get my stuff that your little fucking robot threw in the lake. I'm gonna
Watch your language,
fucking kill
mister.
him.
There's children present. And points over to Hazel.
I don't give a crap.
I'll tell you what,
right
miss.
now.
For 2 gold, I can get your stuff for you.
Blake's gonna press down. How you? Because
Well.
I'm not risking your life, because I'll die for sure.
Well, I
Your
could
gal
swim.
at my ass. Yeah. I don't think you want to swim in there, young fellow.
Well, either way, I'm not fat like you are.
I'm not. Blake's like,
Really
I'm not fat.
rude.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I don't know. She's bigger than like the other tiefling.
I'm
Ah,
not
Mr.
bigger than
Roof.
he is. He's taller than me. Wait, how tall is Bruce?
Yeah, I'm tall.
6 foot tall.
6.
Yeah, he's bigger than me. Come on. Yeah.
Either way, 2 gold, and I can get
Yes.
your stuff for you, no problem. Wink.
Well, hold on, Blake. How much do you weigh?
I weigh 157 pounds.
Yeah, no, Bruce is bigger than Blake. In weight and
Yes.
height.
But hey, a 4-year-old child doesn't know that.
True.
Yeah. Okay, there. Now I am at a crossroads. Do I risk the kid's life and my ass, or do I pull out my secret weapon that I don't really want to spoil, but you kind of put me in a situation.
It's a real choice.
I guess.
Well, what is it
Well,
worth
all right.
to you?
I'll ask Yuki. Can I use them? Can I use the 2 in rapid succession, or do I have to?
I would say
Have pause.
when you jump, you can sort of glide with them, but it's not very far. So theoretically, you can get you your stuff, but you need to make sure that you don't break the ice.
Oh fuck. Wait, hold on. A question.
Yeah.
I had a question about Featherfall.
Yes.
Does that make me lighter, or does it? Will that help me in
It
this
slows your
case?
descent if you fall.
Okay, so it won't help me. It won't help me
Probably
in this
not, since
situation.
you're not falling from a far height. In fact, the only thing stopping you is the layer of ice.
Fuck. It's like. Okay, I'll give the kid. In worst case scenario, I'll just do it myself.
Okay. Hazel looks over, Jericho looks over at Hazel. Okay, Hazel, you ready? Kamui. Or I mean,
I said yeah.
Kami.
I said yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Blueberry, you've got
Blueberry-
snow in your ears.
Yes, I do. Thank you. Time for Operation Penguin Slide.
Oh, I have no idea what we're doing.
Okay, but I know that Jericho is. He just made that up on the spot.
Yeah. Hazel's ready to go along with it.
All right, so him and Hazel are lying on their stomachs on the ice, and then with the power of thaumaturgy, they're just gonna sonic boom glide across the ice. Get your stuff for me. Make a check.
Oh.
Oh no, please stop. Oh no, not the
Oh, heck
box.
yeah.
Please, anything but the box.
Oh heck yeah, they actually do a good job. Like the hold in hands, and as they are gliding, they're kind of like scooping up your clothes, and they're near the box. I don't think they notice the box. What do you say to them?
Get the box. That's the most important thing. The clothes.
Yes,
can wait.
ma'am.
Get the box.
All right.
Just get the box. Get the box.
All right, they end up getting the box, and they end up gliding back over to you, just barely skirting over the newly formed ice hole.
Yeah.
Here you go,
I
miss.
grabbed
You
the
probably
box.
shouldn't throw your clothes in the lake. That's pretty weird.
Blake just points at robot. Blame him.
Oh yeah,
now.
yeah. I mean, he was told that if anyone kept the room messy while he was cleaning, that he was allowed to toss him in the lake. You'd be surprised how many people don't clean up their rooms. Good job,
I'll make
Hazel.
Sure he remembers not to
Yeah.
touch my
And they high five.
Lake's like, she's like, after she makes sure the box isn't damaged at all because her ass is on the line.
The wrapping around it is actually soaked and tearing until you see like the actual rain box.
Oh, so I can actually see what's inside the
So
box.
it's just kind of like you see like that parchment just kind of flopping on the ice.
The box itself
Well,
seems
I
undamaged.
picked
Yeah.
that shit up. Oh,
You,
okay.
you pick up the parchment, it just tears in your hand.
Oh, no. I just make sure.
You okay, miss?
I'm fine. Just freezing to death, no
Okay.
big deal.
Here we go. I got.
Maybe you should go inside and get some cocoa.
Jericho summons a flame. I can help you dry. Hold up the flame.
Lake's like, oh, that's actually not bad. I don't have to worry about fire.
So
Or at least
basically,
too bad.
Jericho kind of like puts it up against your leg, and even just kind of like slaps the leg, and you feel, ow, ooh, that's hot. Just kind of like pats you down, just kind of like drying your clothes, like it just kind of like steam pressing almost, as the steam just kind of like.
Yeah.
There you go, miss. 2 gold.
2 more gold.
You didn't even give me the 2 gold the first time.
I gave you the 2 gold. Okay, fine. Here's the 2.
Thank you for doing business.
We've just been teaching him how to swindle.
Give Hazel 1 gold.
Yeah. I gave them both. I pat them on the head because I'm actually thankful. Now I have to.
Now remember,
Although,
do not mess with Beep Boop.
Beep Boop is very
Yeah.
powerful.
Very strong. Isn't that right,
Blake
Beep
looks
Boop?
over at him. Yeah.
It's dark in here. I can see my thoughts.
What is he, fucking claptrap?
Oh, he's still buried in the snow. No one's helped him yet.
So Hazel and
Yeah,
Jericho pop him out.
Like, Blake's wasting no time. She's taking her shit and coming back inside.
As you walk off, you hear, Jericho, Alistair Chrysler, what have I told you about going on the lake?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. Blake walks over. Hey, don't blame them. It's my fault, technically. Or more like his fault.
Blake.
Points at the robot. He threw
You
my
see,
shit.
Kamui slow turns to you, and you see a very dangerous gleam in her eye.
I tried to go on there first, and then I think you see how I went.
And you thought the next best idea was sending 2 children onto the lake?
Mom, it was my idea. I wanted to help Miss Blake. Yeah, Blake.
Even so, I've told you before, it's so... Blake, you're soaking! Or, not as much, but...
Yeah, I help with that too.
He helped. Yeah.
You're very sweet, Jericho.
Yes, I am.
But
Thank you.
don't go on the lake, okay?
Aw.
Especially if it's already cracked
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was hoping
Now-
to see that lake monster that Beep Boop keeps talking about.
Oh, honey, you know it hibernates during the winter.
You're right.
You and Hazel go play now, okay?
Okay, come on, Hazel. Let's go poke fun at the Gastons.
Okay. Oh. Come here, Miss Blake. Let's go get you warmed up. And she leads you back in.
I am sorry about the kids. You pause again because she saw that look. She's like, yeah,
You put my children in danger, and I will kill you.
I know. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I would have went to save them if that matters, you know.
Well, regardless, let's go get you warmed up.
Yeah.
And I think this is a good place to end it.
Ah, wait.
Well,
there's
excuse
wait a minute.
me.
There, oh,
Excuse
me.
You son of a gun.
did I forget? Oh, sorry. My bad.
Riz, you forgot. Riz.
Oh, I thought we got. Oh, never mind. Excuse
I'm
me,
in the
Bruce.
back lines here.
No, I didn't mean to do that. I actually thought we got through your stuff. Sorry.
Oh, I know. I'm giving you a hard
First one,
time.
but I mean,
I just felt.
we do have an ending scene, Claude.
I'm sorry. I forgot about the ending scene already. Excuse me.
But Bruce,
I
was
just
there
felt
something
like
else?
the kid in the bleachers in a football game that no one asked for.
Don't worry. That's just my bad
Bruce is
DM.
like,
Did you have something else you wanted to do before we ended off, Bruce?
Oh well, do you have a special scene of me in mind?
You had a scene with Juliet
Yeah,
and
that's what I
Saphira
was
and
thinking.
Kamui.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was going to end it, but I forgot about our ending scene. Oops.
Does anyone else have anything else they want to do?
Oh, I thought we were gonna do
I
the scene with
think I-
freaking Rouge trying to calm down Hazel.
I guess actually, like Adam's just like walking on his own, and I'm wondering actually what he actually finds during that time.
No.
If it's too late, we can always do it next time.
We can have a scene with Hazel and Roos.
Yeah, we can.
You see, I mean, breakfast has come and gone. You and Juliet managed to wrangle Hazel. You had a nice breakfast with the two of them. And then you all went about your chores. And you come out now and you see Jericho and Hazel trotting across the snow-filled yard. What is this place called? What is this? What is this area? It's a common area. It's a courtyard. I don't know what it is.
Courtyard.
Open area full of snow. Vaguely making their way to the workshop, but they are very distracted. They're just having a ball, throwing snow at each other. And then they notice you and come running towards you. Mr. Ruth! Mr. Ruth!
Mr. Roos!
Show us another magic trick!
Again!
Alright, I'll show you. Alright, but no telling your mothers, alright?
No promises.
Fair enough. Roos. Alright. Roos takes a bottle, pretty big bottle, I'd say about medium size. He says, "Alright, I'll show you something." And he's gonna sit down on the ground. He's like, "Alright, I want you to focus on the bottle." And if you look inside, he pops the cork, has liquid in it.
Mm-hmm.
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 So, and he kind of pours some out on it now. Liquid comes falling out. Like, all right. And he shakes it up a bit. And he turns it over, and nothing comes out.
Where did it go? Hazel's like
Oh.
looking down, trying to look up the bottle.
He used a dimension door or something.
No. He kind of, he's like, oh, what are we doing? He kind of hits it a few times on the back end. And then, as he hits it one last time, 20 gold pieces pop out of the bottle. He's like, oh no, that's not supposed to be in there.
Jericho
hits
picks it up
again,
and hands it
a
back to you.
handkerchief. He hits it again, a handkerchief comes out. He hits it again, some other stuff flying. I was like, hey, what's in this bottle?
Hazel's just giggling, full of delight.
Yeah, Jericho is picking up your stuff for you. Just like a big handful, just picking it up for you, holding it up.
Oh, thank you, Jericho. Like, what? Oh, I think he kind of shakes the bottle a bit and is like, I don't know what's wrong. He kind of flips the bottle in the air, catches it with one hand, puts it in his hands, and then it disappears.
You used invisibility on it.
No, it's right behind you. And he flicks his hand, and it's right behind Jericho.
He's scratching behind the ear to see if he can find anything else.
How? My ear's a bag of holding.
Okay, Bruce gets a good laugh out of that. Oh.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to keep using my ear to put stuff in now.
You can hide
Oh,
your
so
treasures
you
in
guys, I
there.
think I see
Exactly.
something.
Huh?
I think I see something right behind you. He's gonna like fiddle like behind her real quick. He's gonna use a sleight of hand from his wrist to pull out a rose from his wrist. And he's gonna put it right for her. Like, oh, there you go, pretty flower.
Thank you.
Rose for rose. No, no, no. Rose, rose, a rose. Yes, that's what it's called. It's rose.
Yeah.
And it's for you to keep.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. And here, then, Ruse kind of flips a gold piece to Jericho. That's
He
a
catches it.
little trade offer for helping me.
Thank you.
And don't
One
bite
whole
on it. It's not
gold.
chocolate.
He kind of bites on it to make sure it's real.
A little cling.
He uses prestidigitation to clean it off and then bites it.
It's not chocolate.
No. I gotta make sure that it's a real coin. It's real.
Yeah, it's all the mercenaries do.
Yes, the Burbaderbids.
Mercenaries.
The Muppets.
Yeah, the Muppet.
Mercenaries. But yes.
Same thing.
Oh, I'm a frog here. I'm gonna tell you how to murder some people.
Do y'all want to see some more magic tricks, or you want to continue playing in the snow?
Drago picks up a snowball, tosses at you.
It's Ruse in the face. He shoves off. Alright, now you've done it. And Ruse picks up a snowball and hits Jericho.
Alright. This
Hazel
means
retaliates.
war!
And I'd say the
Ruse
three
plays-
of you. Go ahead, Roos.
I'd say Ruse just starts snowballing Falk. He's not throwing too hard because he doesn't want to hurt him. And he lets him get a few shots on him. He knows he can dodge most of them.
I don't know,
Three of you.
Jericho.
Have a very fun time playing in the snow, throwing snowballs at each other, and what you don't notice, Roos, out of the corner of your eye, you don't notice it. Off a distance away is Juliet's tending to some gardening, and she looks up, sees you playing with the kids, and a fond smile crosses her face. And now,
Yes,
And then
now,
Jericho
thank you.
tackles Ruse into the snow.
yes,
Yes, I
Hazel
remember the scene
follows
now.
quickly after.
Yeah, I remember the scene now. Thank you, Okami. So at this
You're
point, everyone in the party, including Tanafi, hears a voice in your heads. I need everyone in my office right now. It's urgent. Don't worry, you're not in trouble, but there's something that I need to
And
let
this
you all
is
know.
a few days have passed at this point, by the
Yeah,
way.
thank you. Yeah, I keep forgetting that there's a time skip.
Don't worry. You all had fun. You've taken a few days to relax and recover from the tournament, and then you've been called to the office.
Hmm.
Quick question.
Mhm.
I get healed, right?
Yeah, everyone is
That
healed
2
up,
damage
ready
is
to
not
go.
Permanent, right?
Yeah,
No,
no,
yeah.
definitely not.
You're all healed up. Your
Okay.
Kamui
Okay,
made
just
sure you
fine.
didn't have any lasting effects. You all make your way to the office, and you see Saphira and Kamui looking down at a piece of paper with worried expressions on their faces.
Everyone, we have a problem.
Are you getting a divorce?
What?
No.
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 What?
You
what
guys
first...
both look really worried, so I was just
What?
really sad.
So your first reaction is to say that we're getting a divorce?
I've seen a lot of people
Oh.
look down at papers sad, and
Hey,
usually
I
it's
would know if
divorce
they-
papers.
No, far from it. But,
Hey,
I'll be surprised
I'm
if
the
they are
first
getting
one to know if
divorced.
there's a divorce. Trust me.
Ooh,
Divorced.
One at a time.
I will.
anyway, this is, pretty urgent, everyone, as he holds up the parchment and, Mr. Truefall, I'm pretty sure that this is your sigil.
I was actually gonna take a look at it. He's actually gonna start reading it. What is this?
A ransom note.
I was actually
And-
gonna start reading it.
Basically, it is saying that
Oh.
the Silverfangs have taken the girl, and as proof, the retainer badge is on there.
They got her.
And
Oh.
that's where we're going to end it.
Yep.
Cliffhanger.
I bloody knew it.
They want more.
I was gonna fucking make a joke like, oh, they got her.
They really did get her.
I was so tempted to make a joke like, oh, they got her.
I
Who's her?
bloody
Like,
knew
who's
it.
her?
I knew it.
I knew something. I felt something was off.
She
just that.
disappeared. Where could she
But
be?
the
I
Silver
just thought
Fangs
she
have got
ran
her.
back home after being yelled at, honestly. I didn't think she got kidnapped.
Would Adam actually know anything about the Silver
Okay.
Fang?
What was that?
Would Adam know anything about the Silver Fang?
You know what? Real quick, just make me a history check with disadvantage, seeing how this is local history.
2d20 plus 3, so with disadvantage.
Yeah. Wow.
A 16
Yeah.
plus
So Adam,
3.
you have
So that's
met.
a 19.
Yeah. So you have met some of the members of the Silver Fangs. In fact, your first encounter in this area was against a few bandits on a bridge. Basically, they are one of the local bandit tribes here in Eden.
Those stupid bandits. They got an
I
emerald.
say that over the course of a few days, Bruce starts pumping a few cards full of magic spells.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where we're ended it, guys. Ooh, good job.
Oh boy.
Very fun. I know, I could just hear the excitement in your voices.
I know.
Man. My mind's still racing afterward. I'm just trying to collect my thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, don't worry. Get that.
Yeah, a lot has happened.
Indeed it has. But to all the lovelies out there, I hope you all have a very good night.
Yes, everyone have a fantastic night. All of you stay classy, stay beautiful, but most importantly, okay, what's the most important like for this session?
I'm not
Clean your
sure. Clean your room. Yeah.
Yeah, clean
Make
your
sure
room
your room is picked up, or the robot will throw it in the lake.
for the lake monster.
People will come for you.
Yeah, they will. He will. So, have a good night, friends.
Bye,
Or kill the
lovelies.
robots. So he doesn't-
Bye.
Bye.